Hey, it's Tiger Woods. I should start every show.
Hey, Tiger! Look at that.
The random like mugshot, celebrity mugshot. I think the craziest one I could have would be Michael Jackson's mugshot, which we know just is the fucking craziest mugshot ever taken. And like, imagine tuning into a show and you just don't know what you're gonna see, and you just see Michael Jackson's alien ass staring back at you with his bug eyes. Dakota, super fan Dakota in the house, first time popping that cherry. What's going on, man?
What's going on, Rob? Appreciate you guys having me. Ray, good to be here with you guys.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. Happy to have you, man. Very
What's
happy.
going on, chat?
Dakota's a professional fanatic in the Patreon. He's going to be playing in the Dynasty League, getting his ass kicked by me and Storey, most likely. Not Ray and Chaz. They're going to get last place. And you guys all know Big Ray, Meat Sweats in the house. Sorry for the delay. Ray was taking a massive shit, apparently. Ray, you want to describe it? How was it? Was it one of those swirlers?
It was one of those where, you know, you had to go, you sit down and you do it, and then you feel like it's over. And then the second wave comes, and then all of a sudden, you know, maybe a couple minutes later, the third wave comes, and it's just like those waves are like 5 minutes. It's
isn't that what happened in Indonesia? That the tsunami, wasn't that like 3 waves? Was that dark?
I think it was one massive.
How many people? Hey, you guys know how many people died in that? You know how many people that tsunami killed?
It was probably like
I don't
2,000 to 3,000.
Too many, probably.
Oh yeah, too many.
Dude, 250,000 people. 250,000 people died that tsunami, bro.
Well, dude, if you watch that tsunami video, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, that was seriously fucked up to watch. I mean, tsunamis in general, dude. It's like anybody, if you're in the air water and all of a sudden the whole water just disappears, get the fuck out of there, because that's exactly what it means that a tsunami is coming. But unfortunately, when it's coming in, if you're on the beach, there's not probably too much you can really do. But
we're Midwestern guys, Ray, so all we have to worry about is tornadoes that really don't exist. And I watched the new Twister, the remake. Have you guys seen the new Twister?
No, I want.
It's awful. Oh no, don't do it. It's a 2 out of 10, bro. It's awful. The CGI sucks. Okay. I like the main actor. I forget his name. He's a very handsome gentleman. Glenn Powell. Ooh, he's a hottie.
Watch it.
Other than that, though, it sucks. Oh
well, you know what? Rotten Tomatoes has like an 80 something, and they're not you. You're just a Debbie Downer on movies, so it'll be entertaining.
Okay,
it's a summer
I just don't like new movies, and it's
a summer blockbuster, Rob. It's not a great movie. It's just entertaining. That's really what it's meant for.
There's so much country music too. It is.
There you go, Dakota. There it is. It was too anti what he. Yeah. Okay. Now, thank you. I'm gonna.
No, it was just gay, bro. Anyways, I want to get your guys' take on Tiger Woods. Dakota, I want to get your take on Tiger Woods. I know you're a golfer, right? Am I mistaken? Do you golf?
I've played some golf before. Spent a lot of time in the golf world, working more in the food side of it. But man, shame to see the fall for Tiger. Don't want to speak as I know the guy, but seems like maybe there's an issue going on there long term, and dude might need to get a little help to get that figured out. But glad to see he's all right, and nobody else was hurt in the process. But yeah, kind of tough situation.
Have you ever flipped a car? That
hasn't happened yet. Knock on wood.
He says yet. Ray, have you ever flipped a car? Has any of us flipped a car before? Because it's not a very common occurrence. And now he's flipped 2 cars. So I'm going to give you the history of Tiger Woods. So the 2009, the fire hydrant thing, which is the domestic disturbance, you'd call it, when he got caught cheating on his wife, which was just pretty funny, honestly. You go back to the South Park clip of, dude, Tiger Woods' new EA game's awesome. And they're just fucking, it's Mortal Kombat. That was 2009, right? He got really fucked up from that. 2017 was the DUI pill arrest, right? No booze, but just passed out in his car. 2021 was the crazy rollover where he fucking fractured like 4 bones in his leg, pretty much ended his golf career. And now we have another rollover mixed with a DUI. Now we're upping the ante. Now there's less injuries here. Thank God nobody got hurt, including himself. But this is now 4 different situations with a vehicle, and Tiger Woods is one of the richest athletes in the world. His brand is huge. He already had a major scandal. Bro, this is what I'm just hire a driver. I like limos. We pay good money for limos, bro. Like,
right.
And there's so much cool stuff you can do with limo. You can do whatever you want. Anything you want. Bang, drugs, things I like.
100%, Rob. So I listen to ESPN 1000 in Chicago all the time, and on Saturdays they have a golf show from 9 to 10 a.m. And of course, they were talking about this hardcore, and they brought up a really interesting, just what if idea that I never really thought about. That'll be interesting to get your two takes on it and the chat's take on it. Let's just go into the what if world that if Tiger Woods never got, cheat on his wife, nothing happened with that. Because let's get real here. Everything that ever happened with Tiger Woods was never on the course injuries, which for 99% of athletes, our majority of their, their injuries are on whatever, on their playing field. Tiger Woods did play very violent. That's why he put so much torque on his body, because he was so powerful and so, masterfully aggressive with his swing. But nonetheless, he never tore an ACL on the field. And basically what they were getting at is that what if, in the what if world, if Tiger Woods never cheated on his wife, because everything went downhill after that. Rob, you just laid it out. Fucking
that was the fall right there, man.
Exactly.
The accident, the scandal. So
if that never happened, do you guys think? Well, and again, this is a what if world. He never got divorced. None of these fucking injuries off the course happened. No car, none of this. He just literally continued with the Tiger projection. Do you guys think he'd be over 20 majors at this point? Because that's what they said.
Yeah,
I agreed 100% too. And it's crazy to think that one of the probably the greatest athlete in our lifetime, overall, for the longevity.
Most dominant. I'd say most dominant is probably the most accurate word, right?
Yeah, thank you. Yes, that is correct. Most dominant athlete we've ever watched. Literally, he had his own downfall because he was just so fucking stupid. Rob,
and hold on, and he refused to go to driver's ed. Just go to driver's ed.
Mr. Reynolds, if you would just look at the book.
Well, excuse me, in all due respect, but this book does not have the real rules of the road in here. There's nothing in this book about the Asians. You can't be PC on the road and expect to live. You will die. And you go to a four-way stop and you think the rules of the road are going to apply to an 80-year-old Asian woman, you're going to get blasted.
Before we go any farther, where does he lie? Because he doesn't, in my eyes.
That's pretty true.
Drive a lot. I've driven a lot for my work in the last decade. It's pretty much been driving consistently without being a truck driver. I'm on the road a lot, and a lot of times, them Asians.
We're offending a lot of people right now because half of the world, 53% of the world's women, so they're all offended. And then Asians, that's the most populated area in the world. So
my mom agrees that
the world right now is
driving.
hating on us.
She just, my mom's not that bad, but women are terrible.
No, some, just not the Asians.
How much signal I need to cut across 8 lane? None? I turn now. Good luck, everybody else.
You can't have two better back-to-back clips than those.
Thank you. I know. Hosting, producing. You know what I do. Anyways, we're here to talk about top 25 NBA players of all time, as well as some NFL free agent stuff. We're going to get all your comments, get them in. We're going to talk NBA, though, because this list, a lot of stuff. We've been arguing in the Discord about this shit for a long time. Dakota hates Scottie Pippen, hates LeBron James, wants to fuck Michael Jordan. I will say, though, Dakota, you're a rather handsome man. I didn't know what to expect. You don't see anybody, and you could be on here being a mutant. So I must say, I'm pretty impressed. You're a pretty good-looking guy.
Tell me about him. What's he like?
Okay, nice. Not hard on the eyes, as my mother would say.
So then what do you got to say about me?
Ray, you have a great head of hair. Ray, you have a great head of hair. And you know what? Your titties are you can come on your titties, and they're very acceptable.
Your hands are what makes it possible. Your shoulder pads are hard and stiff. Your hands are tender, and they can move and caress the ball. that's kind of gay, but hey.
If we're going to talk about my titties going forward, what you really need to get is Ben Stiller at the end of Dodgeball, when he literally just starts fondling with his titties.
Yeah.
And especially, unfortunately, rest in peace, it'll be very timey. Fucking Chuck
we got a couple comments to get to before we get to our list. Dwayne says that Haskins jersey's fire. Hell yeah. You know what? There's not many of those made. It's also a signed Haskins jersey. They don't make those anymore because Dwayne Haskins, just like Tiger Woods, likes to do ketamine. Okay, I don't want to say Tiger's doing ketamine, but he might as well. And walk down a highway at 5 a.m. Sucks because Dwayne Haskins also sucks at football. Another one of those Ohio State bums. But he didn't deserve that fate, guys.
First off, he was not a bum at Ohio State. Go fucking bite your tongue.
He was a bum in the NFL. A bum in the NFL. Bum in the NFL.
Yeah, I get that, but he was a god at OSU. You could probably sell that jersey for $5,000 to some fucking obsessed OSU fan. Now, you realize that, right?
I have a very big sentimental attachment to this jersey. It's been in the background of the show.
So somebody gives you $10,000,
episode,
and you're gonna keep it up there and not give it away.
Nope, I love it. I love it. Maybe $5,000. Tiger and cars are the worst combo since water and electricity. Yeah, he should just not. Maybe he should start riding a motorcycle. I mean, it'd probably be worse, but it's something about the cars, right? SUVs, the flipping. No, we were joking on Xbox. Mikey actually made this comment. Like, he should get a Lamborghini, which is like the lowest car to the ground, and then you can't flip it. You know what I mean? Like something really low, or like
you hit a speed bump, you're definitely gonna flip that fucking thing.
It's such a mess. All right, let's get to the list, guys. And we have just me and Dakota's graphics up here since Ray was a little delayed getting him to Blake. Blake's at the Reds and Red Sox game today. So hopefully that was a good time for him. He's not going to be in the stream, but I do appreciate my dude Blake, the media manager on the channel. So let's get to the list without further ado. We're going to go 25 to 21, go through groups of 5 and all the way down to number 1. Some surprising ones on here already. So I have Scottie Pippen at 25. I'm guessing it did not make any of your guys' lists. And you have Allen Iverson. Ray, do you have Allen Iverson on your list at all?
Yep.
So I don't have Allen Iverson on my list. So Dakota, defend your Allen Iverson and give me a minute on Scottie Pippen why he sucks. Because where would you have Scottie Pippen if you could theoretically make a list up to 100? Maybe it's 110?
Let's be real, top 50, because that's where he's ranked, is top 50.
He's definitely top 50.
Yeah, so Allen Iverson, the answer, right? One of the greatest scorers of all time, one of the best ball handlers of all time. Won an MVP, won a Rookie of the Year, couple-time first-team All-NBA, 11-time All-Star, was the MVP of the All-Star twice, scoring champion 4 times, steals leader 3 times, won finals appearance, didn't play with the greatest teams. Did get to the finals, ran into that dreaded Shaq, and he did play with Mutombo. Ran into that dreaded Shaq and Kobe, dynasty run there, right in the middle of the 3 greatest years of Shaq's career. Got 1 win in that finals, but I think the reason why he's going to be at 25 for me, inside of that series, he led that series in minutes per game with 47.4. And points per game with 35.6 at 6 foot, 165 pounds. I mean, the dude did everything he possibly could to will his team and really, as a superstar that small in a game where everyone's a giant, got to put him at 25. And then the swag, right? Change the landscape of the look,
shoes, bro.
The comfortability. The answers were fire. I'm still wearing questions. Got a pair, in the room behind me. Just a classic player for me. Gotta get him at 25.
I'll give you impact. Pound for pound, one of the best of all time. But like pound for pound, what is that really saying? Ray, give me your rebuttal, or you actually love him. So what you got?
Well, I was just gonna say that I happen to remember him owning MJ as a rookie. I understand him being 18 or 19 to Jordan being probably 36. But nonetheless, Jordan was way bigger wingspan. You're just saying for defense, and Jordan was on the Bulls because that's when it was when they played I think it was because Iverson was drafted in '96, I believe, right? So, so he played against Jordan pretty much still in his I know it was later in his prime, but '96 Jordan
was that Kobe Garnett and AI in the same draft?
Yes. Correct.
What a fucking draft, dude.
Unreal.
Holy shit. Also longevity. Those guys all played forever.
It took to 03 to get another draft like that, where you had 3 solid dudes who stuck around forever that were elite. I mean, hell of a draft.
So I'm going to give him a little bit of flowers. Like you said, the finals appearance, you said he didn't have the best team. He dragged a group of bums. That was equivalent to LeBron's finals appearance the first time when he got smoked by the Spurs. Same situation, and they never had a chance in that series. I can't believe he shot 40% in the entire postseason, and they were doubling him. My problem with Allen Iverson is the impact. I get it, the culture stuff. The dude was like 42% for his career shooting? Like he didn't play a lick of defense. He was a gambler, right? So he had a lot of steals. Dude couldn't guard anyone. one of the themes on my list you're going to see is I respect and appreciate two-way players, and that's why Scottie Pippen. I'm not all about championships, guys, but like it's kind of a cherry on top for me. So you mix Scottie Pippen being, the second best player on the greatest team of all time. He took so much a load off Jordan's shoulders. 10-time all defensive team, right? 6-time champion, 7-time all-star, 7-time all NBA, 7 all NBAs. Like you can't not have them in your list. 7 all NBAs. I promise you, we're gonna have guys that are top 15 in our list that are not 7-time all NBA players. And he was selfless. And I feel like if Scottie Pippen, we saw it in the 2 years Jordan retired, the 1.5 years, right? The 1 year, it was just a solo year. Jordan does not come back. Won a playoff round, averaged 24, 7, and 7. He was the modern day LeBron. I'm just going to give Scottie Pippen his flowers because Scottie Pippen, he was the reason. I'm not saying Jordan would have won any championships. He would not have won 6 without Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen was also one of the lowest paid players in that stupid contract he signed. And of course, you know what I'm saying? And of course, the fucking owner, fucking goddamn Krause, just fault. Like, you know what? We're not going to restructure anyone's contract. You sign it. You know what? Scottie Pippen was underpaid.
That's his fault, though. They warned him, do not sign this contract. He just wanted the money right then and now. That's his fault. I agree to a point, but I'm just saying, when I heard that they told him, do not sign this, he's like, no. Like, okay, when you're told by multiple
he had handicapped, his family was all handicapped. He had like 9 siblings. He needed the money.
I get that. It's just like the NWA movie when you like learn about like why Dr. Dre took the money and Ice Cube was like, I'm not signing this shit. Dr. Dre's like, same difference. I have family problems I need to take care of. Like, this is money. I'll be able to do it. It's very understandable.
Where would you guys have Scottie Pippen, though? Give me a number, a general range that like
he's top 30 for me because he's top 30 for me. Just I'm with you, Rob.
So honorable mention.
Yeah, and with for me, again, Dakota and Rob. I was born in '91. I had a lot of family issues in the 90s with my dad and my mom, so like didn't really watch the Bulls as much as I would have loved to having a nice family structures. Like every kid watched their, my friends did. So I don't really remember Michael Jordan, which is very upsetting. But nonetheless, my bottom line is that everything I know, because I did watch them, and everything I know, and I base myself with older players that were not able to watch on people who know basketball, who played against them, and listen to what they have to say. And history buffs on basketball, aka like former players who just are history buffs. Everybody that played with Scottie Pippen, he was, like you said, he was LeBron before LeBron. And that's why I respect the shit out of him. And besides him being one of the greatest Bulls players of all time, and I'm a huge Bulls fan, but nonetheless, not even a Bulls fan, just looking at it non-bias, he did everything. He was above his time, especially being, was it Arkansas? Not even Arkansas State. It was like some
Central Arkansas.
Yeah, Central. Yeah, thank you. It was like some small-ass school, dude. And like, who I remember Krause was like, hey, man, this guy's got something, especially that Last Dance documentary really helped me understand more since I wasn't able to watch as much as I would have wanted to. But yeah.
So he got criminally overlooked in that documentary, though, because they hate each other. It wasn't the Bulls documentary. That was an MJ documentary,
correct.
Guys.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just like funny. He gave him some flowers, but like, I just sucks. Think of our athletes that we had in Chicago.
Robbie.
Frank Thomas is like ostracized from Chicago. Sammy Sosa is a goddamn mime. He's fucking white as hell. No, he's not in any of the Cubs stuff.
Have you seen him lately? Whoa. No.
Is he normal?
He's looking not as dark, but he's much more normal looking. And the Cubs just let him back last year. No, I know, Rob, you're not wrong. He looked like a bad Michael Jackson. Like it was fucked up looking for a while.
Brian Urlacher left on a pretty bad note too. So it's kind of a shame that like some of our heroes are kind of.
But he was
gone.
at the Bears game when I was there when I took my shirt off.
There was that 10-year that whole stretch where he was doing the hair rejuvenation thing.
Yeah. What? Oh,
by the way, I saw Brian Urlacher. I saw him in the airport right when that happened when he first got the hair shit. And like he's a giant guy, noticeable. The first thing I noticed was the hair. I was like, that's not right. I was like, oh, it's Brian Urlacher. I wasn't like, that's Brian Urlacher. I was like, that hair is fucked. I'm like, oh my God. Like, fucking weird. All right, we got to move on. We love Scotty. You didn't give us your answer, though. Sorry. What's your answer for where would you have Scotty to go to?
So, giving you a little Scotty rundown, and Rob, I appreciate the banter and we're peas of the same pod, right? We're gonna, antagonize and say things. I don't hate Scottie Pippen in any way, but to act like Scottie Pippen was right beside Michael Jordan is just disrespectful in so many ways. And so Scotty for me is about 42, about 6-7 spots ahead of where I would put Reggie Miller, who's my guy, who's my favorite player of all time. You know, Scotty had impact, but Scotty did nothing when he went to the Blazers and he had a team. Scotty, you know, couldn't get him to the conference finals in a supposedly depleted East that Jordan had depleted because he was so, you know, dominant and everyone wanted out of the East. Scotty couldn't get him out of the second round. You know, so yeah, Scotty was a nice player. He could score it a little bit, but Scotty was really more of that defensive guy. 10-time, you know, all defensive player, really took, you know, really allowed Jordan to be a dominant defender, but also an incredible greatest scorer of all time, kind of player on a per season average at 30.1 points a game. So Scotty was nice, but Scotty is not a top 25 guy. That takes away from so many players, putting him in the top 25.
You're talking about him like he's Ben Wallace, though. Like, dude, 16 points a game, but that's including, you know, I just want to defend his Blazer run a little bit. His back was fucked. Yes. His back, he was never the same player after that. He played, you know, you got to understand, these Bulls teams, these guys, Jordan, Pippen, both played 79, 80, 81 games, all these, and that's in regular season, and played all these deep playoff runs. They played on Team USA. Like, I'm not trying to make excuses for the guys, but like, so I'm not going to count the Blazers run, just like I don't count the Wizards run for your boy MJ, which was really rough. It was very, very rough.
Look at the numbers for his age. I would disagree with that.
I hear you, but remember, the Rock. So he left, went to the Rockets, joined the old man super team. They couldn't do it. He realized real quick that was a bad move. So the point of him going to the Blazers was to win a title, was to push for a title. Now, you know, it didn't happen, and he was playing with an old Sabonis, and, you know, Jermaine O'Neal was young, and Mighty Mouse there, but Scotty just wasn't gonna win a title, like the title as a leader. He just wasn't that guy. He was a very nice player. He was a great player, right? He's a top 50 all-time player. Just not going to put him in the top 25. But that's me. I know you guys are from Chicago.
I got to do it for the rings. I got to do it for the rings. No, I'm not even that big of a Bulls fan. I got to do it for the rings, though.
But again, no rings without Jordan.
Jordan has no rings without Scotty.
Thank you. That is one of my main things I was going to say to you, Dakota.
That's fact, bro.
Literally, Jordan said, I am not me without Scottie Pippen.
Absolutely. Everyone needs talent and needs players, for sure.
Dude, you're literally making it seem like that he did nothing. Literally, what the hell are you talking about?
No, I said 10 times. The guy's one of the best.
You said he was a defensive defender. Yeah, that was his best asset. Which is true.
Yeah, one of the best defenders of all time.
Defensive was probably his best asset.
All right.
He was just an athlete.
Here's my final statement on it is you guys are from Chicago. You're Chicagoans. How many people are wearing Pippins? How many times did you guys wear Pippins?
He's an asshole. That also doesn't help.
Nobody wears Pippins. You've never heard anybody wearing Pippins.
Bullshit.
Right? From here. Scotty was Scotty. Scotty was a dude. Scotty was not the guy. They've hyped Scotty up so much because they want to hurt Michael. It's nonsense. But here's the thing, Scotty wasn't the dude. Scotty went to college, grew 5-6 inches, and became a guy that could go to the NBA. He wasn't an NBA guy until he grew 5-6 inches.
All right, we have to move on. But do you know what the Pippins were called? They were actually just sandals. They were actually basketball shoes. That's why people weren't wearing fucking Pippins. Ray, you have one more to send us off here on Scottie Pippen?
Yeah. It's just the fact that, again, I just listened to people that played with him, and there are so many people that the Bulls beat the shit out of on their way to all those 6 championships. Look at interviews now, especially now, like in the last 10 years, dudes are older. It's so far. They're so much open to talk about it instead of in the 90s, early 2000s. These guys would literally sit there and say, Jordan would have not beat us. Pippen was one, not saying the main reason, but adding Pippen to Jordan was one of the main reasons. Adding also Phil Jackson with his triangle offense. It was a perfect storm, Dakota, where if you want to make that your argument, I can accept that. But I'm not saying you're not making bad points, but just I think he's better. I don't think you think I'm being a Bulls biasness, but I'm not. I listen to people that played against the guy and say how good he was.
For sure. I'm dropping him 17 spots below where you have him. I'm not saying he's a bad
you had a
player.
top 50. I'll take that. If you would have said like 75, I would have been like, but you said
also Scotty definitely fucked Dakota's ex-girlfriend. All right, number 24, I have Dr. J, and Dakota has Dwayne Wade. So do we all have Dwayne Wade on our list? I have Dwayne Wade a little lower, a little higher actually, on my list.
Yeah, I got mine a little higher as well.
I think I'm 19 or 20.
I'm you're missing me big time with Dr. J at 24. Got him at 15.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about him in a little
don't
bit.
even know.
I mean, I love Dr. J. His impact is awesome. I just it's one of those things. It's almost like a Japanese player when they come to the MLB and you got to combine Ichiro's Japanese league stats and his MLB stats. ABA wasn't the NBA. And that's where it is, and he came late. He probably would have been that player. Do I know that? I don't think he was an all-around player, right? I don't think he was an all-around player.
Well, let's touch on the ABA quick. Let's because that's going to be on the table a little bit in this conversation. So let's get this out in the open a while. So the ABA, what was the ABA? Well, the ABA was a place where players that didn't go 4 years in college, because at the time you had to go 4 years to go into the NBA. Guys that didn't want to do that could go in, play in the ABA. The ABA was more of a fast-paced, fun, high-flying type of game. Players could make more money. Players could do things. There are a lot of players in this top 25 list that spent time in the ABA. The ABA didn't lack for anything. That's why in 10 years of existence, the NBA knew they needed to make sure they went out and got them and brought them in and combined the two leagues. So I think fine, whatever, but if the guy dominated and was the best player in the ABA, the guy would have been the best player again. Dr. J is the only guy to win an MVP in both leagues. So definitely would have played
three in the ABA as well.
So Dakota, what I'm understanding what you're throwing down is that did the ABA have the 3-point line?
They did as well, yeah.
Okay, so that is what brought the 3-point line into the NBA, is them crossing it together. Okay, well, you know what? That was a fucking huge, amazingly smart move, because I said in the very beginning of the stream, I don't know if you guys think they're going to make a 4-point line at some point. Steph Curry completely changed everything, how people look at basketball. People want to shoot far. They want to be accurate. Be able to, literally, LeBron, I've seen him literally multiple times the last 2 years, pull up at half court. I know that's just him. He's gigantic, but in general, that's just, do you guys think that can be a thing that they'll try to make a 4-point line? I know they've been talking about it,
because they got to keep some nostalgia in the game that has no nostalgia right now. And you do that, you're making this the Harlem Globetrotters, bro.
Correct. No, I don't want it. I'm just telling you, I've heard rumblings they're going to want to do it. So I don't want it either.
Dr. J, seven all NBAs. That's in more limited than Scotty, but 1-time NBA champion, 2-time ABA champion. I have them just very comparable. He had 24 points a game, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Scotty was 16, 6 and 7. But I'm more going to the Bulls thing with Scotty with 27 and 7. But very comparable players. I think he was more flash, more sizzle. I think Scotty was more just the winner, right? And that's why they're right neck and neck to me. I think he had more impact in the game in terms of similar to Allen Iverson, right? He was almost like the modern Allen Iverson that changed the game. The dunking, the dunking wasn't that prevalent back then. It was looked down upon. Even Wilt said it. When he didn't need to dunk, he didn't dunk because he would get fucked up the next possession. It was like a bat toss, like a bat flip in baseball, where your next guy's gonna get plunked in the fucking head. Which is crazy. Such fucking boring bullshit. But no, I love you have him at 15, Dakota, you said?
Yeah, I'll touch on him at 15. I'll touch on the dunking piece as well at 15. So for
Dwayne Wade, though, we all love. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I got Dwayne Wade at 24. I could have put Isaiah Thomas in here. There was maybe another guy that could have came in here as well. Dwayne Wade had a good run, 2006, third year in the league, finals MVP, 13-time All-Star. He had a good run. The ending wasn't great, but his run was good, 22 points a game. He was one of the two-way guys, so putting him at 24.
That third year that you spoke about, that was probably one of the I think that's a top 10 NBA season of all time. I know it's crazy to say, but Shaq was good that year. Shaq was more of a name at that point.
He was the Robin for sure.
That postseason run, dude, was epic. Marquette as well. I know this doesn't really count. This is an NBA list, but Dwayne Wade is an all-time.
I'll give Shaq a little more flowers than what you're saying, but
I think his numbers were better than his impact. I think he was a name, and people feared him, but he was nowhere near. This wasn't Cactus Shaq. This wasn't fucking Phoenix Shaq, but it was not LA Shaq. It was not Orlando.
No, I agree,
Shaq.
but that's what I'm saying. Like the way you do, that's all I'm saying. The way you just said it is sort of you. I thought Cactus Jack is the way you. The way
I would put it as.
That's why I said I just disagree with the way you said it.
Then
I agree with your
Shaq was that title in Miami, if that makes sense. And I that's Dwayne Wade's title. Dwayne Wade is one of these guys that in an era where there was, the formation of super teams, Dwayne Wade won his own title. And not many guys do that, man. And he did it. And also the LeBron thing, right? The Miami stuff.
That was right before super teams. Super teams was them. The Heat was the first super team, man.
Yeah, and Shaq's impact on that title was Shaq's maturing age. He realized they didn't want him anymore in LA. He had to come here. He matured. He saw a scorer. He saw a young kid and said, "Hey, this is how you win, man." And that's his impact. Forget the numbers, forget all that. That's where he helped them. That's how he really impacted that team. So he was a big impact on it. Maybe not in the statistical spot, but just teaching the young kid how to play. But that kid ended up teaching LeBron how to win as well. So
yeah, that's an extremely great call, especially when you have Pat Riley running the helm. You know what I mean? That was like a perfect storm. You had the very last little tank of Shaq's prime left in there, with D Wade ascending to his Hall of Fame status and Pat Riley being one of the best head coaches of all time. I mean, that was very. I mean, honestly, Rob, like you said, that was. It reminded me. Was it? So that was what was when they went 05, 06? The Heat?
03. It
was 03.
Dwayne Wade was 03 with Shaq. Yeah.
He was a rookie?
No, 03 was 03 draft. Or 05, 06. Okay.
That's what, sorry. Yeah. So I'm just saying. So 5 years later with Dirk and that team. Now Dirk, I feel, had a little more of a dominant run because he had some Jason Kidd and those. But I'm just saying, in what my point is, individually, like leading your team basically as a wild card team, if you will. Because that Dirk team, you guys realize what Dirk did to get through that, to get to that championship. He beat the Blazers. What's his name? Brandon Roy led Blazers, knocked out the Heat, knocked out. It was the Heat.
I'm guessing the Spurs.
Yeah, the Spurs. It was the Spurs, then the Heat. Spurs and then the Heat. Like there was one other team that was 4 rounds, but nonetheless, like. All these superstars that are in our Hall of Fame, Dirk just said.
It was a run. That was an epic run. We got to move to number 23. We got some big hitters here in terms of that era, the Jordan era. We have Karl Malone, the pedophile. I don't want to mince words. I'm gonna separate my hate for the guy and then NBA ball, but that guy's a fucking scumbag. And then you have Charles Barkley, the round mound of rebounds. So let's see. I have Charles at 20 and you have Karl Malone at 18. So you're higher on Karl Malone. I'm higher on Charles Barkley. Where do you have these guys, Ray?
See, I don't have Karl on mine just because I threw mine together real quick. But now thinking about it, if I had to redo it just based on what he did, I would probably have him probably like just above, maybe like I'd probably take Nash out and put him in there. Just like
22. So put him at 22. Where did you have Charles at?
17.
Okay,
a little bit higher.
So Dakota, give me your take on your boy Charles Barkley. Actually, your bigger boy is Karl Malone because you're higher on Karl. So give me Karl Malone. You're higher on Karl Malone. I know his scoring numbers are unreal, but no championships. I know that you can thank Michael Jordan for that one for sure. But I think I will tell you this: Karl Malone's a compiler, and people want to say LeBron's a compiler. Karl Malone's a fucking compiler. He also had John Stockton, one of the greatest point guards of all time, past first guy, and also a hell of a head coach in Jerry Sloan. So give me your thoughts on Karl Malone, the pedophile.
Yeah. So I threw this list together, last night. There may be a little couple tweaks. This may be in one of them in terms of Barkley. Might be a little low on my list here. But Karl, I mean, he's just one of the greatest power forwards of all time. Off the field, not really going to concern myself with that at this point, but just under 37,000 points, ranks 3rd all time. Most free throws made and attempted, right? So that's a stat pattern, piece. But again, got to be on the court, got to be there, got to be playing to do all those things. double-double for his career. Two-time MVP in the Jordan era. Went head-to-head with Jordan, couldn't get it done. Nobody could. And then again, lost the third finals. Most people don't realize this with the Lakers in that 1 year at the end of his career. Not a winner, but a solid top-level player when he's on the court.
You mentioned the free throw thing, most free throws. Also, by a mile, longest time spent at the free throw line, because that motherfucker refused to shoot the goddamn free throw. He's touching body parts. He's jerking off. Like, dude, you know what he was doing? He was scanning for people's daughters in the crowd. Fucking pervert. I don't know. I
good time to do it. Everyone, all eyes on you, man.
A compiler. I'll take Charles Barkley all day because Charles Barkley. I just don't think Karl Malone was a good defender. Again, I'm going to punish guys that aren't good defenders. He was undersized. Yeah. He wasn't a great offensive rebounder, right? He was just getting those defensive boards. Like, he's fine. He had a little Russell Westbrook in him and just too many. I know it was a style of play back then. Just so many little ISO 12-footers, the Petricuing, I just don't like that. And I just, especially later in his career, dude, he was like, I can't believe that he drugged that team with him and Stockton and Hornacek, and they were so old with that style of ball. That you see the games, it was like 79 to 86. And just because Karl Malone just taking his sweet ass time out there. Get it moving, Carl. Can we just get it moving? God damn it. Ray, what do you think about Karl Malone?
Well, this is why I asked you guys before I answer. Where how much lower would you have Kevin Garnett compared to him in your guys' eyes?
I have Garnett higher. I
do too. That's
I have Garnett at 22, so he'll be next.
Yeah. Okay. So I had Garnett at 25. I didn't have Karl Malone on my list, but again, just if I had to really look at my list and thinking about it, I would put Garnett ahead of him just because, Rob, like you said, in general, the defense just wasn't there with him. I mean, the points clearly were. Also helped when he had one of the greatest point guards, pure point guards, mind you, pass first guys ever. That really
Charles.
helps.
Let's talk about Charles.
Yep.
They're very similar players to me. It just Charles was an elite. He was elite. I know, like Karl was elite scorer, but he wasn't. Karl was elite scorer. Round mound of rebound was the round mound of rebound. Like, that's just end of the story.
Dude.
One of the best rebounders of all time. Him and Dennis Rodman.
76.
Not even pound for pound. They're the best rebounders of all time I've ever seen. And also, he was hitting threes. Like, he was just a player ahead of his time, right? Like, he was doing things at his size. And that year he had with Phoenix, man, like, they should have beat the Bulls. That was the team. Yeah. I think that Phoenix and the Supersonics had the best chance of realistically beating. Not that they took them that far, but it was just like those games were close. And I just love that team. So Charles didn't even keep himself in shape, too. It's wild.
Well, like I said, I had him higher than you guys. I had him 17. You know what I mean? And for me, the only reason I was thinking that is that, again, like, dude, 76ers Charles Barkley, was like next level. He was his height and just not even chiseled, but like just at least thinned out, for his size. He wasn't like, he was a little bit chunkier as he got older, as all players do. But like in his prime, man.
Remember,
yeah, go ahead.
They put him at 6'6", but he's really closer to 6'4". So to rebound like that at 6'4" is incrob.
Yeah, no, and like
11-time All-NBA, 11-time All-NBA, guys.
But it makes sense because comparing him to Rodman is very smart, at least when it comes to obviously not offensive wise, but defensive wise and rebounding, because Rodman was probably a better defender. Actually, I'm sure he was a better defender, but rebounding, Charles used exactly as the why Rodman was so good at rebounding, using the angles, using your leverage. I mean, Charles was so thick at his core, even though he wasn't that, like, he got bigger as he got older, but nonetheless, in his prime, he was still a fucking load, just muscle. So, like, to your point, dude, being 6'4", he could fucking beat the shit out of dudes that were 6'10". You know what I mean? Like, that's just what he was, man. He was a bully. And like, again, listening to guys who played against him, like, he was no fucking joke at all.
Yeah, I probably have him too low. I was thinking about that today as I was going through and writing some notes. Probably should have him in my top 20. He won the MVP in Jordan's prime. That's an accolade in itself. Probably one of the best all-around players of all time, honestly. He would play a little defense, shot 54.1 from the field goal percentage for his career, and that's with a 26% 3-point, because for some reason the assistant was shooting the three. Another guy who averaged 22 and just under 12 rebounds, a little double for the career. Just a solid player. Probably have him a little low.
All right, number 22. I have Giannis, whose career is not over yet, so it's tough to rank these guys. I'm also projecting I think Giannis is going to have a second half of his career resurgence. He has 3, 4, 5 years left, so it's kind of tough to rank these guys, Jokic, Giannis. But I have Giannis. You have Kevin Garnett. I have Kevin Garnett at 13, guys. So I love Kevin Garnett, the longevity in the defense. Again, I am weighting this on defense a little bit because you can always find guys that get buckets. You can't always find guys that lock people down. So, Dakota, Ray, you have Giannis and Garnett. Where do you have them on your lists?
Well, like I said, I had Garnett at 25, just looking at it, but just if I had to like rethink it, I would probably move him up to 22, or if not even 20. I'd probably switch him in AI. Just looking at my list. I just really like Kevin Garnett. I mean, first off, when we were growing up, I loved playing like NBA Live and NBA 2K, and Garnett was always so good, and just watching him, I don't know, it's weird to say because I didn't necessarily heavily watch basketball until the like early 2000s, but I felt like he just sort of brought like a whole different component to the game of basically combining in the center with the power forward with the athleticism. You know what I mean? And being able to bring that defense of a center, which, you know, when we were growing up in the, you know, pretty much up until pretty much the 2000s, the center was the more defensive lockdown person with some offense. You know, so many examples we can bring up through all these teams that played. Compared to with Kevin Garnett, he was sort of at that beginning of that transformation of that position to being the more well-rounded, being able to score and play defense, and being the power forward, being a lockdown, extremely high-end defender, basically like a center, while bringing high-end power forward offense. And I know that like Tim Duncan was, Tim Duncan was after him, but like not many years after, but nonetheless.
Tim Duncan wasn't switching on point guards though. That's the difference.
Correct.
He was the original small ball center, I think is what you're getting at. So Dakota, how much so I'm obviously a lot higher on Kevin Garnett than you are, but you see where I'm going with this, with just the way the game has gone now, and he was just so ahead of his time, and he only won one championship, which is kind of crazy, but those years in Minnesota were just a mess. It wasn't because of him.
Listen, I got Garnett at 22. Garnett was loved coming out of high school. Had the his first year there with the Wolves. They had the blue jersey with the Wolves across the front before they changed the logo. Had that jersey. Loved him as a kid. But got him at 22 because really it's defense. At 7-1, would have liked to see a little more scoring in that aspect in terms of taking that game over. Was a very gritty player. Feel like he let a lot of emotion take over sometimes and would cost him in some spots where probably the only reason he's a one-time champion. A little bit of that. I do understand the frustration with a bad team, but they did have a good run when they brought in Sprewell, Sam Cassell, and was it Wally Zerbiak on that team, I think? Was it Zerbiak or was it another
Zerbiak. You're talking about the Timberwolves, right?
Yeah. So I mean, that team had a good run. Was there again? Sprewell messed that up by saying, I think that was the year he said he needed to be able to afford to feed his kids and couldn't accept the contract. I'm pretty sure that was the season. So he kind of messed that up a little bit, but Garnett smartened up, realized I got to get a title before it's over, so I got to get myself with some other players. The start of the super teams, gonna put him at 22. Wasn't Uncut Gems though. Did like the performance.
Dude,
it was very good.
That was a great performance by him.
So you don't have Giannis on your list. Ray, you have Giannis on your list. So why is Giannis not on your list? Is it because it's incomplete? Because you have Jokic right below that, and I would argue Jokic is probably one of the top 5 offensive players we've ever seen. But Giannis is no slouch either, and he is one of the best defensive players we've ever seen. So I feel like he is essentially a better version of Kevin Garnett. He could be if he finishes his career properly with another title.
So going to keep Giannis off my list because, he's not complete. And Jokic will be the one guy outside of Durant, LeBron, and Curry that are going to be on my list that are still playing. Those guys are done, right? So we understand what they're doing. For me, Giannis has 3 seasons, and that's it. I don't want anything else that he's done outside of those 3 seasons anywhere near a top 25 list. So I need to see more from him. I'm going to hold out. I don't like judging guys. People, want to get on Caitlin Clark, this and that. Let her play. We'll judge her at the end of her career. Going to do the same with Giannis.
Caitlin Clark, Jesus, what a name drop.
Caitlin Clark is already better than 99% of the WNBA, so whatever.
Also, I can confirm this here. Caitlin Clark has the dong. That's confirmed. Okay. He has a dong. Small. Yeah, a dong. She actually looks kind of hot when she makes herself up. I'll give her that, Those of you guys
Bandit is trying to say Charles Barkley was chubby at Auburn. Have you guys seen a picture of Charles Barkley at Auburn? I just tried. I can't post it on the fucking thing here. He's jacked.
Still kind of chubby, but not as chubby. Yeah, not as.
What chubby. Are you, dude? This picture I'm looking at right now. There's zero chub on him.
Did he send you a shirtless selfie? Zero chub?
Well, he's
all right,
to me. He's gonna have some sort of chub.
To my 21 is Dwayne Wade. We already talked about Dwayne Wade. You have Jokic on there. So why are you adding Jokic to your list, but you're not adding Giannis? Because I know Jokic is ascending and Giannis seems to be descending. I don't think so, though. I think Giannis is just fed up with Milwaukee, and he should be. The Damian Lillard thing was a joke.
Jokic, Joker, he 11 seasons, right? 22-11, lots of triple doubles, couple MVPs, beat everybody's hero LeBron in a title. Really, one thing I'm putting him on is he hit the ground running, considered the greatest draft steal in NBA history, 41st overall in the second round. Couple things for him, right? Second all time among the NBA in the most triple doubles. Again, league's a little bit different today, but still pretty impressive in 11 seasons. Has the fastest triple double ever in 14 minutes and 33 seconds. Insane. Was anyone else on the court for that? And also the only player to have a 30 plus points, 20 plus rebounds, 20 plus assists, triple double as well. Got to throw him in there. Don't really like to, like I said, but I think at 11, I think the 11 years at this point is enough for me from what he's done.
Zero defense is my only concern because it's not in rebounding is compiling. He's fine. He's a top 5 offensive player of all time right now. He retired tomorrow, so I probably should have had him on my list maybe instead of Scottie Pippen. Ray has him at 15.
Dude,
one thing I would have really liked to see
any fucking era. Okay, that dad body.
I didn't say he couldn't.
I know you didn't say it. I'm just saying that dad bod could do it anytime, anywhere. He's a big old fucking Slavic piece of trash that loves his horses more than NBA. That dude literally, hey Giannis, what are you gonna? Or I said, yeah, Jokic, what are you gonna do now? You won the championship. I can't wait to get back to my horses. Like he doesn't even care. And that's how good he is, man. He just doesn't. Like, dude, if he had Kobe Bryant's or MJ's drive, or like 80% of drive that all these players have, oh my god, he doesn't care.
No, he's a psycho. No, he is a low key psycho. You see him choke people out. He is a psycho. He just is really chilling.
His brothers, dude, he's got like 3 or 4 brothers, bro, that are like at the games at all times.
They were all the bad guys. They were all the bad guys in Taken. I'm pretty sure. Jokic's brothers, yeah.
Are you serious? I'm kidding.
I think
I'm kidding. All right.
For me, people always want to see Jordan, LeBron, Wilt, LeBron, those matchups. The matchup I want to see is 2023 Jokic, Joker versus 2001 Shaq. That's what I want to see. If I could match any 2 players up all time, I'd love to see a series with those 2.
Shaq could kill him.
I don't know. Jokic would bring him out to the perimeter, though, and he would kill him. They would both kill each other, right? They'd both have elite offensive numbers because neither of them can guard the other guy. Let's move on to number 20. So I had Charles at 20. We already talked about him. Dakota has David Robinson. I have David Robinson, the Admiral, at 18. Probably a top 5 defensive player of all time. I think we're all pretty safe in saying that, right?
The Admiral.
I am 17. I said Charles Barkley 17. He was my 18. David Robinson's my 17.
The Admiral is somebody that I actually, have a decent bit about here. Greatest center, one of the greatest centers of all time, college and NBA. Didn't start his career till 24 due to the military obligation, right? So numbers are kind of skewed a little bit because of that. Robinson and Jordan are the only players in the history of the NBA to have a scoring title and a Defensive Player of the Year. One out of 11 guys to score 70-plus points when he put 71 up against the Clippers in 94. One of 4 guys to have a quadruple-double, 34, 10, and 10. And 10, another guy averaged a double-double for his career, had an MVP, like we said, won some titles, had to wait until he got a Duncan with him, kind of why I probably have him down at 10. But dude, just if you look at his accolades, and it's very tough for people to compete with that. But the championship piece is why I'm dropping him.
It's not just the Duncan though, because this is my LeBron love is it wasn't just Duncan. It was Manny Ginobili and Tony Parker and the greatest coach of all time in Greg Popovich. Like that's a dream team right there, man. And the fact that they got Tim Duncan with the 1 year he got hurt, they landed the number 1 pick. Again, probably a frozen envelope situation. Those of you NBA fans, you know what I'm talking about.
Derrick Rose is the Bulls,
he's
baby.
so smooth though. Yeah, there's been a lot of those, but now they have Wemby. They have what the fuck's going on with the Spurs? Wemby, David Robinson, Tim Duncan. Right. Like who's next?
The Spurs are a great brand. That's why Wemby went there. Completely, I'm completely convinced on that shit too. Fuck that. They get the first fucking one of the greatest
small market, but it doesn't matter. Like they have big fan base.
They're a world market because of all the between the Spanish and the French. They have a big worldly following, man.
I definitely disagree with the Duncan Spurs take, but we'll get to that when we get to Duncan.
Oh, hey, I had Jokic on my list. What am I talking about? I have Jokic at 19. So whatever I said, I actually have him at 19. So I must have looked wrong. So I actually do have Jokic ahead of Giannis. So there we go. I was wondering why. I was like, why wasn't he on there? Yeah. What's your David Robinson take?
Just that he did everything so well rounded and such a great locker room guy. Besides the outside game of 3-pointer, I mean, he wasn't necessarily the greatest like mid range guy, but he still could hit a mid ranger. But just everything with his overall game, he was a dominant force. And Dakota, I get what you're saying with the Tim Duncan thing, and Rob too, with the whole super team thing that they had going on. But there was just something about the guy. I mean, he still kept them competitive when they had a dump-ass team, like overall, compared to when they had a more complete team. Then you saw what happened is what I sort of thought about that. But anyways.
All right, so we have number 19, Jokic for me, and you have Kevin Durant. I am disgusted that I have Kevin Durant higher than you because although I do own a Supersonics Kevin Durant jersey because I like the jersey, you guys give LeBron such a hard time. We'll get to that a little later. Kevin Durant's much more of a bitch than LeBron. But Kevin Durant, for my money, is probably a top – no, not equally, Jesus Christ. He's probably a top 3 scorer. Probably a top 3 scorer of all time. Any era, silky smooth, underrated in terms of his versatility. He could average 8 assists a game if he really wanted to. Solid at rebounding, solid defender when he's become a really good defender in his later years. So – yeah, I'm not a big Kevin Durant. I think Kevin Durant's a pussy. And like my sentiment for Kevin Durant's what you guys think about LeBron. Kevin Durant has a burner account, so that's really soft shit. But again, not gonna say he's 17 on my list. So where do you have him, Ray? Are you higher than us?
14. Yeah, I got him 14.
So Ray 14, I have him 17, Dakota 19. Give me your Kevin Durant spiel, Dakota.
It was very hard for me to put Kevin Durant at 19. I really want to drop him out of the top 25. I do not think that Kevin Durant has utilized his athletic ability to anywhere close to what he should have. The guy has been on 7 teams in 18 seasons. He has won only because he joined a championship team and got to play with Curry.
And Draymond, and Clay, and Steve Kerr.
He's just a cancer, and then he wins 2 finals MVPs on those teams. The guy is just a shooter. That's all he cares about. He cares about his brand. And in fact, I'm pretty sure LeBron and KD created that saying the kids are saying today now where they call each other twin, because those two are twins to me. Those two are both all about themselves. Those two are both
for me, dude. Come
those
on.
those two had hurt the league more than
Hurts
they
to hear the truth, huh, Rob?
Those two have not helped the league in any way other than help. It's all about helping themselves. So, the
Brooklyn tenure is inexcusable. The Suns tenure inexcusable, and soon to be the Houston Rockets tenure probably gonna be inexcusable. LeBron has none of those. None of those. What, going back to Cleveland to win for his hometown? You know how he did it. Going to Miami, he had to because the
Heat run was one of the most despicable things I've ever fucking seen. That was the most bullshit.
Why?
I understand their success, ignorancy out of their ass. 10 championships? Okay. Are you 8?
Whatever, dude. He was a kid.
No, whatever. That is ignorant bullshit, dude. That is the most ignorant fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. And he can go to hell. He's a piece of shit.
You know what's ignorant? No. Okay. So you get more worked up about LeBron joining Miami?
He's a Chinese-owned piece of shit.
Hold on.
He can go ching ching dong, bang bang bang. Get the fuck out of here with him.
You get more upset about LeBron joining.
He ruins the league.
You're more upset about LeBron joining Miami than you are about Karl Malone impregnating a 13-year-old?
No.
You have issues, bro.
Good. Tell me everything.
Okay. They were both here. They were both inside me. Eduardo was in my mouth and Luther was in my butt.
Oh my God, no, don't tell me everything. What? No, what? Damn it, Bonnie. Eduardo who?
Sanchez.
Holy shit, tell us more.
Then Luther went in Eduardo's butt for a while.
Tell us less. Tell us less.
Then they both completed on each other. I was left out of the finale.
So you know what's really funny that you played that? That is LeBron talking to you about what P. Diddy did to him. That is fucking hilarious.
You didn't get this upset when I brought up Karl Malone. You just said, yeah, it sucks.
You cut me off. I said him for the wood chipper. You said that, and you played it. I said Karl Malone for the wood, and then you fucking cut me off.
All right. I'm cutting you off again.
Listen, KD, the Slim Reaper, horrible nickname. One-time MVP. I mean, the guy's supposed to be this incredible scorer, one-time MVP. And not to mention, horrible actor. Garbage movie. You saw it? Have you ever seen it?
No, I just know. I would assume he's.
I just saw the trailer, but yeah,
Hey,
LeBron's pretty good in Trainwreck. I will say that. I'll defend him in that one.
Trainwreck is way better than fucking Space Jam 2. Space Jam 2 should be fucking blown to oblivion. I didn't need to.
Okay, we don't want to talk about. Let's not talk about Kevin Durant anymore because we all hate him, but we had to have him on our list because out of respect, again, top 3 scorer of all time.
Yeah,
like he's a better scorer and
that's the reason he's
probably a better player than Karl Malone.
You guys convinced me. I'll kick him way down on my list. So 14 was way.
All right, 18. I have David Robinson. You have the pedophile Karl Malone. So we already talked about both those names. 17. I have Kevin Durant, and I can't see the picture right now. Who do you have at 17? Dakota.
Elgin Baylor.
Oh,
Elgin Baylor did not make my list. Yeah, he barely missed my list.
Didn't think about him. I would put him on my list over probably a handful of dudes on my list. So it's a good call.
Mr. Inside at 6'5", gifted shooter, strong rebounder, crazy good passer. Think of Elgin as a mix between Rodman and a little bit of Jordan. Trademark hanging jump shot, 14 seasons, 27.4 points per game, 13.5 rebounds. Was a rookie of the year, 11-time All-Star. Won an MVP in the All-Star game, 10-time first team All-NBA. Career rebounds leader for the Lakers franchise with just under 11,500. And you go and say, well, where are the MVPs and where are the titles? Played in 7 finals with the Lakers, and that was just during the time they were getting destroyed by the Celtics. He played an era with a guy named Wilt Chamberlain, played an era with Bill Russell, played an era with Jerry West. That's why he has no MVPs. Has a couple second and multiple third place finishes at the MVP. Was a heck of a player.
Hey, you convinced me, man. I'll fucking drop KD out of mine, put Elgin Baylor in 14.
My only issue with him is if you see a pattern with my list. Now, 14 years isn't the lowest amount of years, but the last couple of years weren't great either. Like, I like more longevity with my players, as long as it's not like bad longevity, right? Like, as long as they're still near their primes. Like Larry Bird's a prime example. Like, I would have Larry Bird higher, but like shorter career, man. Like it's a shorter career, and like not just because the guys now are playing longer. Like I need more, and MJ's the only one that could pull off his little short career and the retirements and we all throw out the Wizards thing because when he was playing, it was like Bo Jackson highlights, but actually winning. And something that just we'd never seen before. That's the only reason MJ gets that pass.
Why do you always throw out his Wizard time? Did you look at his numbers? I know the success was shit.
43% from the field is not good.
He scored 43. Good. He scored 43 points at 41, or
he
was that
averaged
correct?
over 20.
One game.
He averaged over 20.
But he
43% from the field.
I don't care.
Though.
He was fucking
basketball.
Dude, he took 3 years off. 3 years off, Rob. 3 years off. And at old age, and averaged over 20 points, and you're going to sit there and say, blah, blah, trash. You know what? That's a trash fucking call on your end.
It was between that and Muhammad.
Why the fuck would it be between that or Muhammad? Why don't you just pick a common name like a normal person?
Muhammad is the most commonly used name on earth. Read a fucking book for one.
Yeah. I agree with Ray.
Yeah, Rob, as you will know, Rob just wants to do anything he can to belittle and hate MJ over his precious LeBron.
MJ is my number one. Spoiler. He's my number one. So like, okay, it's 1A, 1B. It's a 1A, 1B though, motherfuckers.
There, see it. Thank you. That's good. That's fair.
All right, let's move on. My 16th, I have not Elgin Barrel. I have Jerry West, and you have who is this on your thing here?
Moses Malone, chairman of the board.
The other Malone, the non-pedo Malone.
I got Dirk.
You got Dirk. So, did either of these guys make your list, Ray? I'm guessing you had Jerry West on your list, but
Jerry West.
I don't have Elgin Baylor.
I didn't either, but again,
I don't have Moses on my list.
But again, like I know Moses Malone's numbers now that I'm thinking about it, but I did not have him. But I had yours. I had definitely a Jerry West. Mine, he was a little lower. He was 23 for me, but I probably could put him.
Best offensive rebounder of all time, Dakota, right? Best offensive rebounder of all time, Moses Malone.
Yeah, 5.1 rebounds per game on the offensive boards. That is an all-time record still at 6'10". Nickname was chairman of the boards, right? And here you go, Rob. Stat you're going to like, 21 seasons. Played the first 2 in the ABA, then came over, played with a couple teams, played with the Rockets, and then also played with the Sixers, won a title, was the finals MVP with that title, won 3 NBA MVPs, 79, 82, 83, 12-time All-Star, was an ABA All-Star, 4 first-time teams, defensive all-team, 6 times rebounding leader. Dude was just a guy. 20 points, 12 rebounds for a career.
So
anybody wants him on their team.
I would say I think I missed that one.
So assumingly that means from what you're throwing down, was he Dr. J's right-hand man?
At the end there, yeah.
So
he won 2 of those MVPs with the Rockets.
With the Rockets, okay.
Yeah.
21 years played, I love. Only 1 championship, though. 3 MVPs is nice. Only 1 champion. Yeah. Maybe that's why I left him off. And again, I'm not all about titles. He would have been right there for me, 26, 27. But I probably could have I probably could move out Giannis for him, thinking about it. I think I'm just projecting. I know it's not really in the spirit of the argument. I'm projecting Giannis is going to have 4 or 5 more elite years, and he will pass just because the era and how hard the year is now. He will pass Moses. So, but again, the rebounding and defense, elite defender, or was he more of a rebounder than he's 2-time all defense? That's a little scary. He should be higher than that, right?
More of a rebounder, more of a rebounder, more of a scorer.
All right. Let's move on to Ray. Do you have anyone you want to talk about in this stretch you have on your list?
Well, I had Dirk at 15, and there was one major team that I completely forgot about talking about that, the 2011 run for the Mavs. So they went through, the first was the Blazers with Brandon Roy. Second was the Lakers, who were the defending champions. They swept them 4-0. And then in the Western Conference championship, that's when they beat KD, Russ, and James Harden team. They beat them 4-1, and then they beat the Heat in the finals. So to literally wrap your head around, honestly, me personally, that might be the greatest NBA playoff run of all time. The amount of all-timer NBA players that he beat to get to that championship. And let's get real. I know he had Jason Kidd. He was way at the end of his career. He had some pretty good, what do you call it? Just supporting cast players. but Dirk was the guy. He was completely unstoppable. And I understand he's completely zero defense. Like that was Rob. That's why I'm sure he probably didn't even sniff your fucking list.
No, he's on my list. He's lower. He's on my list. I love.
He didn't sniff my list though.
But
that's the thing. So.
Right. And I mean, for me, guys, I'm just saying, like, with my own eyes, that run and like when he was at his peak, you just couldn't stop the fucking guy. Literally, just completely stoppable. And that run in 2011 just completely cements me for him to at least be top 25.
It's a solo championship. It's a solo championship. That's why I had Dwayne Wade. Those are hard to come by in the NBA. 21 seasons played for Dirk. 12 all NBAs. Like, I know the numbers the numbers are low for his career because he played 21 years, 21 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, essentially. Not great, but it was more the impact and just probably the best mid-range shooter at any size. Like him and Kevin Durant probably are the best 2 mid-range shooters in the league. And he also changed the NBA, man, with the big man, the
Euro
stretch forward
and all that too.
He did change the NBA, and that's why he's not in my top 25. Him and his buddy LeBron were really the start of softening the NBA, and I just can't get with it.
Just come back to LeBron, you son of a bitch.
And I'm gonna tell you that I'm sorry, Ray. I know that was probably in the prime of you rooting and watching the NBA, but I don't like that title that he won. That was a complete and utter choke job by LeBron. They should have never won that title.
There it is, Rob.
Never.
Not give a guy flowers who fucking beat him, but just blame it on the asshole who choked. You know what, Dakota?
All right.
It's a fair argument, but all I know is, did you hear the rest of the teams that he beat?
I heard you.
Brandon Roy, Kobe.
Brandon Roy on your list?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Brandon Roy, Kobe, Paul Gasol, KD, Russ, and James Harden, and then the big 3 with the Heat. That's literally over. We're almost at fucking 15 superstars and probably 10 Hall of Famers.
And he had JJ Barea. All right, moving on to our 15 through 11. And you see LeBron down there in 11. I can't wait to just torch you on this one. Number 15, I have the big O, Oscar Robertson, who I like to call Russell Westbrook 2.0. I think that Dakota might have him higher than LeBron, which is just stupid. You have Dr. J. We talked about Dr. J a little bit. Ray, do you have Oscar on your list? Since we are talking about Dr.
I got him at 12.
Triple-double machine, also really tied into the pacing issue the NBA had there, where it was just up and down the floor, and he was, like I said, Russell Westbrook, man. Those numbers are not legit. I'm still going to give him credit because
he's way better.
The numbers
are
that Westbrook. Gaudy.
Russell Westbrook.
Okay. Yeah, obviously he's not on my list, but I'm saying same idea though.
I did the same back then. I'm saying being real, 6'5" back in those days. He probably saw multiple.
I love Big O. I have him at 15. But you have him ahead of LeBron, Dakota, and that's just fucking stupid.
Yeah,
really
well,
stupid.
Appreciate your opinion. I appreciate your opinion on that, Rob. But we'll get to him when I have him. I'll talk him. I do kind of want to touch on Dr. J. Dr. J. They also call him Black Moses. Go ahead. Jersey retired everywhere. Nets, Sixers, UMass. One of the most talented players in the history of the NBA. One of the game's best dunkers. He brought the style. Before him, dunking was typically for big men, and Rob, you made note of this, where it was a showboating type of thing. Guys did it to intimidate down low, things like that. Dr. J really brought it and changed the game. The term posterized was first used to describe Dr. J and his moves. 16 seasons, 5 with the ABA. Dude could just score and did it with style. Like we talked about, 4 MVPs, 1 in both leagues, the only guy to do it. Did win 3 titles, 2 in the ABA, 1 in the NBA. 11-time All-Star. It just has a lot of accolades. Dunk champion in the ABA. Dude was just lightning, exciting. 15, I feel like, is the right spot for him.
Dakota, sort of, what you just threw down to me is that Shaq would have been banned back in those days in the NBA because talking about being disrespectful dunking, dude broke fucking backboards. Could you imagine back in like 1962? I'm saying like, Orlando or LSU Shaq just going up and ripping down the backboard, dude. They would have fucking arrested him, probably got him off the court. Like, I'm saying that's just funny that you're saying that, like, and I know you're right, like 100% you're right. It's just funny that you're saying like Dr. J was the first one who was a non-big man to normalize dunking, and before that it was just a intimidation factor. Shaq would have been fucking arrested on the court.
All right, number 14. By the way, I watched the couple of times he broke the backboard and the basket, and just awesome. If you're ever having a bad day, you could do one of two things. You can go listen to Limp Bizkit break stuff, or you can just watch Shaq actually break stuff. And just, I love Shaq, man. Also, just what a dude Shaq is.
Top-notch guy.
Awesome guy. So you have Jerry West at 14. I have Dirk at 14. We talked about Dirk. I'm probably going to rescind my Dirk at 14. I would still have him in my top 25, but I'd probably move him down to like 22, 23. But still all-time run, and also the longevity. But the defense is questionable. So Jerry West. I like Jerry West. He is the logo. Right?
Yeah, one of the best players of all time. Nicknamed the logo, nicknamed Mr. Clutch. For a lot of reasons. One of them being he hit a 60-foot shot that tied Game 3 of the 70 finals against the Knicks. 14 seasons, 27 points a game. Only won one title. Was tough for him to get over the hump there, but did win a Finals MVP in 1969. He's the only player to ever win a Finals MVP losing the finals. 37.9 points per game. 4.7 rebounds, 7.4 assists for the series. Game 1, he had 53 points. Game 2, he had 41 points. Game 3, Bill Russell was the player coach at that time. Auerbach had retired. He decided to double team West, slowed him down. Game 7, West comes back, 42 points, 13 rebounds, 12 assists. Give him the MVP on a losing effort. Guy, he was just everything. Man. So.
Plus, hey, let's get real, man. I'll go on, not even on a limb. He's the greatest basketball mind to ever come across the NBA.
Yeah, do have down one of the greatest.
Or just everything between his playing career and his everything, like his coaching. Or did he coach? If he didn't coach, I know his front office
GM, right?
Yeah, no, I know for sure GM. I don't know if he coached or not.
Yeah,
GM.
I think they put him into coach briefly, and then pulled him back right around the Showtime Laker start.
And then brought in Pat Riley, which would make sense. Okay, yeah, so that makes sense. Yep.
My only issue is 13 years played. That's not enough. One-time champion. Like, that's why I'm just gonna have. I know, like, the numbers and like what you said. It sounds, if anything, it sounds a little LeBronish, like putting up all these numbers and not winning as much as he should have. Although LeBron has 4 titles, it sounds a little LeBronish, right? And like, if you're gonna punish LeBron, I'm gonna punish Jerry West. So, but 4 championships to 1 is just also 21 years.
And I have West at 14. So yeah, for a reason. For sure.
All right. Number 13. I have Kevin Garnett, my lover boy. I love Kevin Garnett. The intensity, almost to a fault, like you mentioned. And then you have Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon, who I actually have even higher than this because I love Hakeem. 2 championships for Hakeem. So we already talked about Kevin Garnett. So you have Hakeem at 13?
Yep.
So, why do you guys love him?
I may have put him. I may need to move him into the top 10. I don't know. I was thinking about this. This was another one I was pondering, going through some stuff. But the Dream, obviously, one of the greatest players of all time, one of the greatest centers. He did everything very well. Even changed his name during his career, added an H to the front of it. 18 seasons, again a double-double, 21.8 and 11. Won an MVP. The one thing I guess I knock him on is 1-2 titles outside of Jordan. Jordan comes back. Where was he? Never got to another finals. Played with a Hall of Famer.
That's the thing. It's not like he lost to Jordan because they were in the West.
Right,
he just didn't make it. Which is weird.
Right.
And he had Clyde. He had a good team too.
But the Jazz clearly just got better. Like they had a more well-rounded team, like to overtake them. Like I guess the Rockets just didn't continue to build their bench and well-round their team, after those championship years, which would probably make sense because they probably paid those guys, Hakeem and all those guys more money. So then, their salary went to hell and all this and that.
Yeah.
Which usually happens if you win championships.
Right. I mean, multiple blocks. Oh, go ahead.
I have Hakeem at 10. I needed to have him in my top 10, and mostly because of what I like. He's 9-time all defense, right? 12-time all-star, 12-time all. The 12-time all-star is pretty low for 18 years, but it was the peak of Hakeem was what everyone in New York wanted Patrick Ewing to be, right? And just never materialized there. That was mostly knee problems. But dude, Hakeem, the silkiest smooth, and the defense too. I feel like that gets overlooked. 3.1 blocks a game that's Dikembe Mutombo level shit. And Dikembe Mutombo was literally just on the floor for one reason: rebounds and blocks. This guy was the focal point of an offense. Also a great leader, a great member. He was just all around. Like there's no one has a bad word to say about Hakeem. I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Not on the floor, not off the floor, not fans, not opponents, not teammates, you name it. Like Hakeem's a fucking legend, man. And I just, luckily for him, Jordan retired those 2 years and he got us 2 championships. Because if he didn't, I feel like they probably would have beat him one time. I know it's crazy to say Jordan would have lost, but Jordan was running on fumes, bro. Scotty was the whole team was just gassed. And like, this was their time. And they were worthy to win too. I will say that was a good team. Clyde, you know, as much as Jordan fucked Clyde in the ass in Portland that year. That was legendary.
Clyde's a Hall of Famer. He's probably top 30. I would probably sneak him in there. But yeah.
Don't tell me you'd have him. No, don't tell me you'd have him over Scottie Pippen. No way.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Clyde would eat.
Ray, you disagree, right?
Clyde would eat Scottie.
1,000,000%.
But let me just ask you this: if Clyde was on that Bulls team, would they have been as successful as if it was Scottie? I don't think so.
Remember, and go back and watch this. Clyde was one of the guys that actually gave Jordan the most trouble of guys that he played against. So
yeah, well, that's fine and dandy, bro. But who won? Not Clyde,
right?
Well, no, that's the bottom line, my friend. That's what we're gonna fuck with our friend over here with LeBron. Who won? Not LeBron over more often than not.
I got you. I'm just saying, if you go back and watch it a little bit,
see,
you know,
I'm about to get double team. Like I'm trying to think of a famous porn star like Jenna Jameson here with this this MJ LeBron thing. Even though I have MJ at 1, it's a 1A 1B situation. But we're gonna get to that in a second. So let's move on to number 12. I have Steph Curry. You have Shaq, which is just a slap in the dick to Shaq. 12, bro.
Completely disrespectful. And LeBron, man. Both are completely disrespectful.
Well, we're gonna get to LeBron later, but Shaq,
I was just hating him, but that is disrespectful, bro. Both those guys.
So Shaq, 19 seasons, but we remember him for 3.
No,
maybe you. Do.
Yeah,
maybe you.
The Magic Shaq.
Yeah,
Magic Shaq was epic, bro.
We remember him from 2000, 2001, 2002. He was one of the greatest 3-year run of all time. Won 4 titles, got kicked off the team.
14-time All NBA. That's 3-time All NBA or 14-time All NBA. I think it says 14. It says 14. Just double check.
For
14.
sure. Listen, Shaq was my first favorite player, right? Him and Penny, loved Penny. Loved him with the Magic. He wanted out. He couldn't beat Jordan. He wanted out. That's a fact. So you go back, you look at Shaq's career. He got kicked off the team at the Lakers because he got too fat. What an embarrassment in Cleveland. What an embarrassment for the Celtics. What an embarrassment for the Suns. I got to put the whole picture together. His 3-year run was incredible. He's at 12. That's where I'm putting him. I'm not disrespecting him and I'm putting him at 70.
But I'm guessing you have Kobe really high, though, right?
I do, and we'll talk about that.
I just want to say this: those were Shaq's championships. Those 3 in LA. You agree with that?
I do.
Did Shaq foul out, and Kobe took over?
One game. Well, he's mentioning one game
out of 7
out of 20 finals games.
How important is one game, though? A lot of times in the the inertia of the game and of the series, and
1 out of 3 seasons apparently.
Aren't you? Hey, you're a Pacers fan, right? You remember the series that Jordan had where he shot 36% from the field and Scotty carried him? I'm just saying, like.
Well,
facts.
I don't. Yeah. Okay.
36%. That's Allen Iverson shit.
Yeah, remember
everyone
when
has
Eli
bad,
shoved his fat dick up?
I understand that. I understand. Listen,
Same difference.
Shaq had 3 years. That was his 3-year run was insane.
Dude, what are you? Why are you delusional? With
It's
3
not
years.
3 years. It's
Over
not
the love of
3
God.
I'm saying the 3
Dude,
years
the whole
was
90s,
incredible.
the whole 90s, Dakota. The whole 90s.
Whole 90s.
Every fucking player that played against him, it's not even in question. They said
Most dominant player we've seen. The most dominant player post 80s.
I will never ever question it. He's the most dominant
Besides
basketball
Jordan.
player
Besides
physically
Jordan.
I've ever watched. More than LeBron, more than anybody. That dude would kick the living shit out of any person in NBA history.
Yeah.
Down low, no questions asked. Dominant fucking force of a human being.
Right.
Now,
Dakota's going to stay for 3 years.
Oh, real quick.
And ran.
I'll bring you this.
He
His
was a
free
great
throw
player.
shooting fucked him out of what, 30,000, 20,000 points that his dad told him?
Right. If you guys want to crown that. But I'm not going to. He was a great player, but he was out of shape. He was not a good teammate. The end of his career is abysmal. His end of his career is disgusting. So
no, we're talking
him at
epic
12.
peaks, right? Okay, it's fair.
Yeah.
I understand. Like you're punishing him, and I think what you're doing, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're understanding that if he had Kobe's drive and work ethic, he would have been maybe the best player of all time. And I think you're punishing him a little more for that than you should. Is all I'm saying.
I don't know if I'm punishing him. I think I'm just realistically looking at it. Why did you run from the East? You were toe to toe with Jordan. Why are you running? That's me. That's all.
Because he went to go play with one of the top 3 greatest basketball players of all time and won, and also Phil Jackson.
I get it, but
and LA
for me, I like impact. I like impact on the league. I like guys that are gonna make things happen. So Shaq was great, fantastic player. But
Pretty sure he made things happen.
I heard Shaq give his top 10. He put himself at 11. So I got him at 12.
No shit. Being a good human.
Wow, that's
LeBron
ballsy.
doesn't do that.
LeBron called himself the fucking.
Well, because LeBron, that'd be a liar. He'd be a liar. He'd be a liar if he did that. All right,
no,
I have number 12,
douchebag.
Steph Curry. I'm not gonna talk about Steph because you have Steph higher than LeBron, which is just insane. Unless you're talking impact in the game of basketball, you have all these little kids shooting 40-footers that can't even hit the rim. That's the only reason that could possibly be done because he can't play a lick of defense. I do love Steph Curry, though, great golfer as well and a great human. We're going to go to your number 11 and my number 11. So I have Larry Bird at 11. And I think this is a nice comparison because you're trying to say that Larry Bird, you're actually saying that you have Larry higher than LeBron. So you're saying that LeBron is worse than Larry Bird. Is this what I'm hearing?
Yeah, Larry Bird at 11 is disgusting to me.
Really? That's disgusting to you? But LeBron at 11's not?
3 MVPs in a row. The guy was a winner. Go back and watch. You're going to give him a hard time for playing, 14 seasons or whatever it was. Go back and watch. Go back and watch how he played. When LeBron runs down the court, he runs with he knows no one's going to touch him when he goes to the hoop. Larry knew he was getting killed when he went. When Larry runs to the hoop, he runs with his face cocked to the left in every video, and he even had his nose broken at one point. He knows it's coming. He still went for it. The dude was an animal. The dude would shoot in your face, and he would tell you it was coming.
And
11 for me. Nah, I think we like different type of players, and that's okay. But give me the gamers all day long, man.
I got Bird way higher than that. So
that's okay. And you can say that's crazy. You can say it's crazy, but you have LeBron at 11, which is crazier because LeBron played. He's played 10 more seasons. He's going to play 10 more seasons. He's played 10 more seasons already. He didn't Larry only played with super teams, dude. And no, he didn't create these teams, but Dennis Johnson was the 5th best player on those teams, dude. Dennis Johnson's awesome. It was 4 Hall of Famers, right? 4 Hall of Famers. Robert Parrish, Bill Walton came in later. I'm just saying, get out of here with that shit. I love Larry Bird. I love him. He actually only shot 2% higher than LeBron from 3-point shooting all time. And he's a shooter. What the hell?
So, but you have none of those guys in your top 25 that Bird played with.
All right there, buddy. All right there. You got me there, but they're all right there.
Because I guarantee you have Magic higher, and I know who Magic played with his whole career when he was winning. Same guy.
Riddle him that, Rob.
Here's how I'll riddle you this: is I don't like to do this too much. in terms of guys that couldn't, like, I don't think Larry would be that exceptional in today's game. I really don't. His feet were so slow, bro.
No.
I know Jokic has slow feet too, but he's not as physically imposing. I'm just telling you. That's my opinion. I'm entitled.
How fast do your feet have to be when no one guards you?
I will argue that the NBA's defensive problem right now, yes, there is a problem. It's officiating, and the skill level of these players is just too much. It's just too much. You can't even officiate it.
So go back and watch Larry Bird, because remember, it was hand check era. He was shooting with guys in his face.
And this
he was talking to them. He was talking to them.
That's no foul back in Larry Bird's day, my friend. Larry Bird's day?
Yeah.
That's a foul.
Okay, well, so you're going to attack me. You're going to attack me for my Larry Bird take, but you're not underestimating LeBron. This is totally justified. 11th.
So you're looking
the best career of all time.
Right. So, but remember also, Larry played. There was Isaiah and the Pistons. There was Magic and Kareem on the same team with the James Worthy, with an AC Green, and that's all during Larry's time. And Larry still won 3 MVPs in a row.
And plus, the East was way stronger when Larry played than ever any fucking time than LeBron ever played.
Right?
Really?
And
really? Yeah. Very.
And Jordan. And Jordan was in the East there too. Jordan put 63 up on him in a playoff game.
You know who LeBron has had to go against, guys? He's had to go against the early on Pistons teams that were all-time epic defensive teams.
Defensively, yes, not offensively.
Those Celtics teams with Rajon Rondo and Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen. Okay, that happened.
One title.
Also, he had to go against, that's because of LeBron, he had to go against all those Spurs super teams. Then you had Kawhi added to the mix, who now you can tell Kawhi's an all-time player. He might even be on this list if he didn't miss all those fucking games, pussy. And then Golden State. I'm just saying, talk about super teams, bro. What are you smoking? LeBron's had to go against the most super teams of any player ever because of the era.
Multiple finals teams, which would be West teams. I'm saying the East was fucking trash the entire time he ever played compared to Larry Bird. That's my bottom argument here.
All right, I'll get into my LeBron take. So, LeBron is a great player. I'm not taking away from that. I'm not trying to be disrespectful by putting him at 11. I'm painting a picture of a career that I look at players and I look at careers as impact. And I want to see the impact you've left on the game. I want to see that, you're due, and I'm reading the comment there from Jay. I want to see what you're leaving, what you're bringing to the game. Why are you leaving the team that drafts you when all-time great players have all stayed with the same franchise? Why are we making that move? I still don't understand that. Because we want to join a super team because we're afraid we'll never win? Unacceptable to me. You're the youngest guy to ever get to the finals in your 4th season. Stick it out, build a team, do what Jordan did. It took Jordan longer to get to the finals and build that team. Stick around. 23 years, only thing in 23 years he has all time is games played. You're not even close in minutes per game. You have 4 seasons that you won an MVP in. Great, nice run, 2009 to 2013, awesome, great run. I was a big LeBron fan when he first came into the league. I said, hey, this is awesome. We're going to extend what Jordan has left, and we're going to have a nice another run to it. And it's somewhere along the lines, LeBron lost what it was about. Somewhere along when he went to Miami, just was not impressed with it. The 22 All-Star games is a joke to me. There's got to be
21 All-NBAs. What about that? 21 All-NBAs.
Right, yeah. There's got to be a year or two. There's got to be a year or two where he didn't. I promise you, if he played in the 80s, 90s, he wouldn't have been 22 All-Star games. It wouldn't have happened.
You're out of your mind. I love you. You're out of your fucking mind.
Wouldn't have happened. The hand check. He wouldn't have been able to handle the hand check. He played in 82 games one time in his career. Jordan 9, for example, hasn't played 40 minutes per game since the 5th season of his career. No wonder he's played 23 seasons. Oh, and he didn't win. He did not win an MVP in his 30s. And the last time he won an MVP was at 28. He's one of the guys, the rule where you have to play 65 to qualify to win an MVP. He is one of the 3 guys to win an MVP under 65 games played. He never played in a slam dunk contest. He hurt the NBA so bad by not doing that. There's Helen Hunt.
Yeah, that's what we think of LeBron. We look at him. That's what we see. You see some other fucking.
He's
goddess.
4-6, 4-6 in the finals.
Dude.
All-time greats.
10 finals appearances.
All-time greats need to be winners. They need to be winners.
And
he
finals appearances, you're going to punish him?
He choked versus the Mavs.
6-0, my friend.
Danielle Marshall choked. Danielle Marshall missed that shot. He didn't miss that shot.
No. LeBron won a title off a Ray Allen shot.
Yes. Fuck off.
Kyrie won him a title in
that equals out. No.
So that's one less title then. One less title.
How's Kyrie's career been since then? How's that been?
Well, right. This is today's NBA.
How's Anthony Davis been before and after that title? Not very good. He never stays healthy. So
well, he was very good before that.
Can you also
why do you think LeBron went and brought him?
He's just such a pussy. He is a mountain, and he falls down. Literally, it happened 3-4 days ago. He fucking
he doesn't get foul calls, right? Okay.
He gotta be.
What about Shake? What about everyone else in the league? They're all doing it. So it's not.
Yeah, it's because of him. He made this.
Right.
He started this shit. He's a fucking pussy.
Whatever.
He would never, ever last in the 80s or 90s. The Jordan rules with LeBron, he would cry the first time Bill Laimbeer.
No, if he wanted to, he could fuck people up, bro.
No, fuck LeBron. He's on the court. He's a bitch. A good basketball player, actually elite, amazingly awesome basketball player.
Good basketball.
Mentality, weak as fuck. So weak.
In
so
terms,
weak. It's annoying.
In terms of skill, he has some of the best skill of all time.
Top 5, top 3.
When I look at guys in skill, he has it. I don't think he maximized it. I think he got too much into being cute and trying to strategically pass LeBron or Jordan instead of just winning and playing basketball and letting it happen organically. For example, he played in 3 Olympics. Nobody else has played in 3 Olympics. Why? LeBron, what are you doing? Like, you're trying to win Olympic titles, but you don't want to play 82 games in a season. Those are the things that have me having him outside of the top 10. If he'd have retired 7 years ago, I'd have him inside the top 10.
And also, Rob, last thing I'll say about this, what really annoys me with LeBron, MJ understood his assignment. People, it's so expensive to go to NBA games. And this is when MJ was playing, not now. It's fucking astronomical now. MJ understood that people will be paying so much money that they really can't afford, but they want to see me play. There's the Bulls are on the schedule. I want to see Michael Jordan play. He played all the time because of that. LeBron could give a fuck. Okay? He give a shit about his fans, give a shit about anything. He's all about himself. He's a selfish asshole. And it's just very annoying when you are a legendary figure in the sport and you are so full of yourself and a coward. That's why I'm against him. Now it's just
you guys are just way too emotional about this is the problem. You guys are biased.
No. You're emotional about it.
I'm not actually emotional about it.
You think you're using logic, but it's your emotion.
If you can't
Dude,
see,
I'm looking at numbers. I'm looking at longevity.
Right. What is longevity for you?
Consistency, dude.
Tom
Brady lost a lot of fucking
Tom Brady
lost a lot of Super Bowls.
Never
these are opinions. These are opinions.
I stopped watching basketball because of him.
Did Tom Brady lose more Super Bowls than he won?
Nope.
So you cannot use that in comparison. Not close. Tom Brady's a winner. Right. Michael Jordan is a winner. Steph Curry is a winner. All the guys in my top 10 are winners except for Will.
Steph Curry has played with 3 Hall of Famers in every team. Every team's had 3 other Hall of Famers on it. Draymond, Clay, Kevin Durant, Andre Iguodala.
Draymond is not a Hall of Famer.
He will be.
You want to bet? I'll bet you right now he's a Hall of Famer.
If Draymond goes into the Hall of Fame, I'm done with the NBA. The NBA is
well then Dakota, because he will be a Hall of Famer.
Ben Wallace. You know Ben Wallace is a Hall of Famer, right?
Guaranteed, Dakota. It's going to happen. Just stop watching now. 100% going to happen. Yeah, it's not even close. Terrible. They will look at him.
Ben Wallace is in the Hall of Fame, man.
Ben Wallace or Dennis Rodman of that dynasty.
Draymond's better than Ben Wallace, bro.
Yes,
I love Ben Wallace, but Ben Wallace had a 6-year prime.
And he
scored 7 points a game for his career.
That's a game. Exactly.
What are we talking about? I saw Draymond Green have a 37-point triple-double in the finals, in a losing effort. You know what I'm saying? I got to say, last comment on LeBron that you guys want to, all these negatives. Only player in the NBA history to lead an NBA Finals in every category: points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks. I don't know. That's pretty good. I heard. Maybe. I think. But you know what the thing is? No. The problem is he had such a short career, and I'm fixated on this one good year he had. Fuck me, right? I'm an idiot. That's goddamn.
No,
I'm an idiot.
again, you're just
well.
not
Where else is the
about.
dominance? You're just talking consistency. Where's the dominance?
27 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists.
Where is the dominance?
Was the best defender for many years in the NBA.
Was never the best defender. That is so wrong. He was never the best defender.
You remember when he shut down Derrick Rose? I remember when he shut down Derrick Rose.
When he shut down Derrick Rose, who's 6 inches shorter. 6 inches shorter.
Not many 6'9" guys could guard Derrick Rose, bro.
What? Okay.
That's why Derrick Rose
dude,
was
no
on
one
my
could keep with
honorable
him.
Derrick Rose was on my
you
honorable
guys just hate on LeBron. It's fine. It's fine. Ray, you always have it too, right?
Rob, you're getting defensive by saying we hate LeBron. This is you being emotional. I love you, brother.
No. You hate LeBron. You hate LeBron.
No, I don't.
Ray has it too. Ray has it too.
I flat out said
I hate LeBron, but
he's a great player. But I can't put him in the top 10 because when I look at his resume, 4-6 in the finals, the guy has done nothing to help the NBA. He just flat out. It's about himself, and I'm sorry.
Well, again, you talk about you were going at him about Shaq. If he had Kobe's mentality, me and Dakota would be singing a whole fucking other tune, my friend.
Absolutely.
Bottom fucking line. That's all we're getting at. This guy is
still way
all
better
about
than
himself,
Kobe.
selfish, loser piece of shit. And you know what? In my opinion, move to China. Go to China. Be over there. Get the fuck out of America because he hates America.
This isn't a political podcast. This is not political.
I'm going
to go back to Cleveland, win a title, and the first thing that comes out of your mouth is this now makes me the GOAT.
Yeah.
No one who's great ever says they are great.
Jordan has not once ever called himself that. Not even close.
Hey, if you want to take some emotions, since you guys are super emotional and you guys hate LeBron so much of a person, all I have to tell you, LeBron is such a better person than Jordan. It's not even close. It's not even close.
Oh, because that's why him and P. Diddy were such good buddies. Ain't no part of like a P. Diddy party, huh?
MJ got it.
To do
hold on.
Well.
No, I'm just saying MJ got his dad murdered. Fact. He's also a serial cheater. Fact. I'm just saying. Those are two things.
That's facts aren't facts. I agree.
That's
facts,
horrible to say.
There's no cold fucking. It's like the news.
You're saying that's not accurate? You're saying that's not accurate?
I told you I believe that. There's no hard cold facts that the news says, hey, breaking news on CNN. MJ got his dad murdered because of his gambling addictions. That is no fucking that.
No,
makes logical sense, my friend.
He was sitting on the side of a road.
I told you I believe that, Rob. I believe that 1,000,000%.
So you're saying his dad was sitting on the side of the road and people realized he was on the side of the road? Like, no, it was two dudes that pulled up to rob him. Do you know how poor areas of North Carolina are?
No, Dakota. This is where I'm going to tell you 1,000,000% that he definitely got his dad murdered through gambling debts. Because the only reason I say this. Again, I'm just using logic, and then tell me if I'm wrong.
I have no opinion on it, to be honest with you.
No. I'm just telling you this is why I believe this, because me just using my logical thinking. We all know that MJ is one of the most degenerate gamblers of all time. I mean, it is a known fact, and we'll just use logic here that we'll just say he was in very big. I'm not going to use a number, but let's say $100 million. I don't know, $50 million to the fucking to the mob or whoever.
Yeah.
If the NBA found out that that's what happened, that he got his dad murdered because he was a degenerate gambler piece of shit, that would have ruined the NBA. Because when he retired, the NBA wasn't the NBA quite yet. MJ took it to the stratosphere with that the second three-peat. He was already in the middle of it, like with that first three-peat, clearly. I mean, MJ was it. I mean, it was a phenomenon at that point, worldwide phenomenon. That would have completely destroyed the NBA if they came out and admittedly said, breaking news, like Tiger Woods yesterday, DUI because he's high off his ass on pills. Breaking news, MJ suspended 1 year because of gambling because he got his dad murdered. The NBA would have, boom. It would never be close to where it is right now. I'm saying that's my logic. I have no. It's just logical thinking from my eyes.
I think there's a good chance. I think there's a good chance that it's correlated, right? It's correlated.
I'm not inside of any of it, so I can't say one way or the other. But logically, it sounds like it could be real.
Yeah, no. Again, Dakota, I have zero. There's nothing on it. It's just that we know he's a huge gambler. There are rumblings that like if you look in some back channels, that was like a thing. Again, David Stern was a big piece of shit. it made sense that they knew, like, hey, we're so hot in the world right now. If this comes out, we're done. We're fucking done.
Yeah.
At least like to where it is now. You know what I mean? It's because the NBA is a worldwide.
Yeah, Shohei Ohtani, right? Shohei Ohtani got busted for gambling. He blamed it on his goddamn. He blamed it on his interpreter.
Fucking,
like
not as bad
baseball couldn't fucking survive that shit.
Right. Not as bad because he didn't get his dad murdered, but he was a complete.
Can I make one more point on this? That's not about me.
Please.
And me and my dad. Okay, my dad's the biggest Jordan fan. Doesn't watch the NBA too much anymore, but still actually watches more than me these days. Biggest MJ fan ever, and we had, I want to say, for a solid like 10-year stretch on the phone. You know, he lives in Arizona, so we talk a couple times a week for like an hour at a time, and like half the conversation is MJ versus LeBron, and me on LeBron and him on Jordan. And I've actually, if you notice my list, I have Jordan number 1, but it's 1A, 1B. But for a while, I was saying LeBron just based on the hate, and that's why I love LeBron, is because the hate I feel like it's gone too far. But as of last year, he's come around, and he now says LeBron's the greatest basketball player he's ever seen. LeBron's the best winner. So LeBron has a better career, like longevity, all those kind of things.
You said
stats,
LeBron's
like
the greatest winner, so
seen.
MJ's the greatest winner. You said LeBron.
MJ's the better, MJ's the best winner, and like has that, had that killer instinct. But he's the same as me, 1A, 1B, and I'm saying he came full circle, and we had arguments on this forever about he was MJ guy.
And Rob, I'm happy for you that you and your dad came to a peace, and you and your dad like LeBron and take him number 1. But sorry, buddy.
I don't know. I don't have number 1. I have number 2. You have 11. You have 11. That's my problem.
I will
11.
say you did make a point that I do want to say I agree with. LeBron, and for all intents and purposes, seems like a really good dude. Just don't like how he handled his career in a lot of aspects. I'm just talking basketball when I put him where he's at.
Right.
4 and 6.
And the decision's a thing, and people hate it, right? That's the worst thing he's ever done.
Right. But in a very soft era. No, he never played with a handshake. Doesn't know what it is. His jersey number's 23. His son wears 9. Jordan wore that for the Dream Team.
The whole other thing we didn't even get into. His son's in the NBA because of him, Rob.
So
MJ's son.
Do you guys remember though?
Where did
MJ's sons didn't sniff even the NBA even close?
Where did MJ leave the NBA, and where is LeBron leaving the NBA? That's all I'm talking.
Night and day, in my opinion.
Do you guys remember the? Do you remember the
trash.
Stephen A. Smith? By the way, Stephen A. Smith, total turd.
Yeah.
The word I use with LeBron, though, I was to say, and this is separate from basketball. He has a lot of grace. I feel like he's a great ambassador for the game. Now, take the flopping out. He is a great ambassador for the game. I feel like the highest IQ of all time in terms of basketball knowledge. And the way he handled the Stephen A. Smith thing when he was talking shit about his kid, like he has handled all this his entire career. He's been in the limelight since he was 16 years old, guys. And there has not been one, besides the Miami thing, there's not been one scandal. Do you know how hard that is to do in this day and age? It's impossible. How many scandals would we all have if we were in this situation? I'd have 30.
What do you mean no 40? Scandal?
Again,
I just brought up the fucking scandal. He is connected to P. Diddy equally, right there.
Yeah, he is actually true.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Over the first 20 plus years of his career, sure. That's bullshit because
I guess we'll see.
Was he on Epstein Island as well?
We'll see. No, ain't no party like a Diddy party. What the fuck are you supposed to take from that, my friend? Please tell me what LeBron is interpreting to you. Where he gets pegged with the fucking drugged fucking baby oil? Yeah. Oh, did you see that picture of him in the maid suit? No. Well, I know. I want to ask you.
No.
Have you seen that picture of him?
I didn't.
All right. I'm going to send it to you right now so you can happily look at it. Your little fucking awesome number 1B player who gets pegged by fucking P. Diddy. I don't.
Trone says, I appreciate this comment from him. Thank you, GT. He said, go Bandit.
No.
And,
no. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. There's you.
LeBron James, the greatest player of all time. A lot of people have the sentiment. A lot of people have the Jordan sentiment. There's no right answer. Maybe Jordan probably is the right answer. But
there's an answer. How old are you, Tron? How old are you? Please answer that because
we're wondering how old are you, Tron? All right, let's move on to the top 10 though. So I have Akeem. We talked about Akeem.
That's what you got. I just want to say one last thing. That's what makes sports great, and where we start to get name calling and moronic over this conversation, not us, but just people in general, is what ruins it. So yeah, enjoy LeBron. If you think he's the best, think it, but you're not going to persuade me, and that's okay. We should be able to have the conversation like we just did. The three of us, and we're good.
Heated but respectful. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is one thing I will say, honestly, Robert, and this I truly mean genuinely. we have to appreciate the amazingness of LeBron because he fucking got drafted at 18 and 03. We're in 26. So 23 years, all the fucking runs he had in the playoffs, all the, like you said, Dakota, with all the Olympics, all this shit. Like I said, he's third on my list. I mean, I give the guy flowers. It's just, I just am not appreciative of his attitude is what I'm just basically my whole thing.
Yeah, that's fine. You can ding him. Yeah. You can ding him. Obviously you had a little bit, not as much as Dakota, but one last thing. Can you guys all agree we're never going to see anything like this again in sports? Tom Brady was also one off.
That's what I was getting
at.
Kind
of get protected.
Yes,
you're never. The thing is, dude, the craziest thing is LeBron's still playing. He could win a title this year, and he could win a title next year, and he's not prime LeBron. He's fucking a geezer, bro. But he's still a top 15, top 20 NBA player right now.
Tom Brady's run is more impressive. Bottom line. Yeah, but it's just harder because there's 22 football players, right? And the coaching matters. But NBA, but it's football, and he played into his 40s and won a Super Bowl in his 40s.
Those two are a cut above, man, really are. And we're never
to be honest, Rob, I think you can both say the same thing for both. We may not see these type of runs ever again. So that's where Dakota, as much as that you and I may hate LeBron and get pissed off with him, we do have to be appreciative for such epic
and respect the fucking legacy. It's so long, dude. I was a freshman in high school.
I was in middle school.
When he made his NBA debut, he's still balling. He had a game where he scored 35 points on 13 of 14 from the field just a week ago. Like, that's fucked. That is absolutely. I know maybe you would say steroids, whatever. Maybe everyone's on steroids. I don't care.
Well, hey, just go ahead and take a look at your boy's picture I sent you on your phone, so you can happily look at LeBron in his little tutu maid outfit that he got fucked over sideways by P. Diddy.
LeBron is certainly a great player, better than me, better than a lot of people on this earth. That's why he's number 11 on my list.
But Rob, I would kill him in pool basketball. Ain't no LeBron stopping Ray in the pool basketball. The crease, just you can't get.
All right, we gotta move on. We gotta move on to our top 10, guys. Sorry. You got one last comment, Dakota? I'll get you one last.
Well, I was just gonna say they did say that we'd never see anything like Wilt distilled again either. So we're gonna continue to see great stuff. Hopefully something in our lifetime comes along. But what Brady did is far more impressive. Brady had 3 Hall of Fame careers inside of 1.
I'm saying there's not going to be another NBA player. Like Vince Carter was the last one we saw, and he was averaging 5 points a game those last couple of years. Like, look at the contemporary guys, like Kevin Durant. Yeah, no way he's playing until he's 43. And also, Kevin Durant played a year at college, so like we're just not seeing it. It's not going to happen.
Rob, NBA players hit 40.
Wemby ain't going to make it to 35, bro. He's going to snap his leg in half.
Admittedly, you're right.
Yeah, Kareem averaged 13 or 14 when he was 40 years old. He played 3 years in college, so 88 and 2 in college. So,
but it took
13
LeBron
and 40
is
not 22 at 42.
So I'm saying Dakota, that's also
they don't play defense.
Correct.
Yeah. All right. Number 10, I have Akeem. You have Steph Curry. So you have Steph Curry ahead of LeBron. You got to give me your Steph Curry because I love Steph Curry. Impact wise, probably higher because he changed the game, and I don't think it's necessarily a good thing. Although I love threes. I had Steph at, let's just check here. I had Steph at 12. So we're pretty close. Ray, where did you have Steph at?
11.
Okay, all pretty tight, but you have ahead of LeBron, which I have a little issue for because Steph Curry never played a lick of defense in his career.
Yeah, so again, impact. Pretty sure Curry is one of the closest to be a unanimous MVP. Did that right in the heart of LeBron's career. Beat LeBron a few times. Did lose to him once, but beat him a few times. All-time leader in threes. You brought a point to that. Not really loving that. Again, Steph Curry, not really my favorite player at all. But the impact's there, the 4-time champ. I do believe he had an Finals MVP stolen from him by the Slim Reaper, if you will. A couple times scoring champion. I think he's actually one time more than LeBron a scoring champion.
Correct. Well, he shoots. All he does is shoot.
Steals leader in 2016 as well. I think that 2016 season was one of the best of all time, offensively for sure. 2014 saved LeBron in the Olympics. Unbelievable that LeBron got that MVP. Unbelievable. Steph Curry is the reason why LeBron was never the greatest player in any decade he ever played in. Steph Curry was absolutely the best player in the 2010s. No doubt about it. There's not even an argument. So
wait, you mean that he had Kobe and Steph against him in his prime, or is there his main years? Interesting.
So
Rob
and Kobe was in the 2000s the best player, and Curry, you know, maybe LeBron is going to play till he's 50, and this is his decade. This might be it.
Can I interject a little bit? Steph Curry, I know it's just stats, but there is not a single statistical category that he is actually, besides 3-point percentage and 3 points made, that he is better than LeBron at. Less points, less rebounds, less assists per game, less same steals per game, and he's a point guard, and obviously less blocks. So I'm just saying, like that's disgusting.
All-time free throw leader in the history of the NBA.
It doesn't go to the line a lot though. Doesn't go to the line a lot. No, he's the best free throw shooter of all time. But I'm saying, like, he would still be at 92% if he shot 20 a game. But it's not as big. It's not as much of an impact when you shoot 4 free throws a game.
But Rob, let's just get real here. The greatest shooter of all time. It's not even close.
Yeah, dude, I love Steph Curry. I have an 11 on my list, right?
Everything you just said.
I just said he's not. He can't sniff LeBron because he could never. If you put both of those teams, if you put both of them on the Wizards in their prime, like this current Wizards team, Steph Curry's team would win 21 games and LeBron's team would win 41 games. That's just fact. Come on, dude. We've seen LeBron. We've never seen Steph Curry lead a bad team. I've seen LeBron lead plenty of bad teams and lose in the second round.
I believe saw him before they changed their logo.
How's
the playoffs?
How's Klay Thompson?
And I believe that 8 seed beat on 1 seed. How about that?
How's Klay Thompson been outside of playing side by side with Curry and just being able to shoot
wide
open threes?
He's old and washed.
Well, he's been able to shoot wide open threes. Well, didn't he come in? Did he come in after Curry or before?
Yeah, 1 year after, I believe.
Right, and he's washed before Curry. All right.
Draymond Green, Hall of Famer, Andre Iguodala, the early phase, right? Remember, let's not forget Andrew Bogut, former #1 overall pick as a role player in the Kevin Durant years.
Why are you bringing Andrew Bogut into your argument, my friend?
That was his Luke Longley, and he's better than Luke Longley, right?
No.
Yeah, Luke Longley was terrible, bro.
Just because you're a #1 pick does not mean you're great or you're better than anyone else.
You're telling me, hold on. You're telling me Luke Longley was a better player than Andrew Bogut. You're telling me Luke Longley had a better game than Andrew Bogut.
Champion versus not. Give me Luke Longley, the Australian.
Andrew Bogut is a champion, and Andrew Bogut actually had a game besides just like dunking on a slash.
Andrew Bogut was like 7'1".
Longley.
Andrew Bogut was 7'1" and played like he was 6'5".
That MJ documentary, I believe the man said, "I ain't winning shit without Luke Longley." So,
yeah, okay. Luke, he was no Bill Cartwright or any of those guys.
Hey,
Charles Oakley.
He said, look it up. I'm not lying to you.
I'm not lying. What comes out of Jordan's mouth. The guy that doesn't pay his bets. Let's listen to what Jordan, best basketball player of all time. I'm not going to listen to what he says. Also, the worst GM of all time. So let's.
Yeah, he was
okay. Steph Curry. Sure. We all love Steph Curry. I don't hate where you have him. I have him at 11. You have him at 10. Dakota Ray, you have him at 9. You
11.
said or
11.
11. Okay, so but having him ahead of LeBron, I have an issue with. That's just insane.
Yeah.
Number 9, Tim Duncan for me. You have Wilt at 9. Ray, where do you have Wilt and Tim Duncan?
Wilt I got at 9, and I got Tim at 8.
All right. So you have Tim Duncan at 7, Dakota. So let's talk about Tim Duncan. The big fundamental, the big consistent, the most consistent player, the least flashy player. I know, I think that this is a kind of a counter to what you said about Shaq, right? Because I have Shaq higher than Tim Duncan, but you must love the consistency and what he brought. And he was just, showed up and did his work and just went home. He was, you remember the Taj Gibson hard hat lunch pail? That's fucking Tim Duncan, but he was actually good.
Right.
No disrespect to Taj Gibson.
19 years, 19 points a game, 10 rebounds, a double-double. Couple MVPs, 5 champions, 3 finals MVPs, 15 All-Stars, 10 All-NBA first teams, 8 NBA All-Defensive first teams. The guy just could play ball. The footwork, I'm going to say probably if you got the Dream Hakeem at 1A, you got Tim Duncan at 1B for me in terms of footwork. The guy is a little underrated to me in terms of he just kept his mouth shut and did it the same for 19 years. I got him at 7 for that.
Hey, real quick, not right now, but when we're done with our list, I would like for you each to help me give your quick top 5 all-time lineup but you have to have in particular like positions: 1 point guard, shooting guard, small forward, etc. When we're done with our list, just see what you guys thought.
I have Wilt way higher, so we're gonna wait to talk about Wilt. Let's move to number 8. I have Bill Russell. You have Larry Bird at 8. I had Larry Bird at, was it 11? I had 11. So you're not that much higher on Larry. Where did you have Larry, Ray?
Oh, I want to talk about my Tim Duncan, my man.
Oh, yeah, talk about Tim Duncan.
It is real quick. I mean, I'm with Dakota. Like, besides in the locker room thing and just him being a person, never a complaint, no fucking nothing. Just honestly, a very boring guy. But you know what? With what he did, that's what you want in my eyes. And again, he did everything correct. He was just a super well-rounded, just overall player for everything. And I'm going to tell you right now, my starting power forward in my top 5 is Tim Duncan, like all time. Like if I get just the way I put my list together, like he is my starting power forward. I love Tim Duncan to death. The big fundamental is the perfect name. He was boring, but it's like everything was so well done. Can't argue with it.
Hey, Rob, I do appreciate that you're not emotional, but you keep these comments posted up. I love it, man.
Oh, I'm going to give Trone his fucking respect, man. If you haven't noticed, Dakota, I am a very passionate and heated guy, but I tend to keep my composure pretty well on the streams.
Yeah.
Just because, I'm a big It's Always Sunny fan, and there's the always joke of like, if you yell louder than the next guy, your point's more valid. Like, I think it's actually less valid when you yell. And I think that, these are opinions, first of all. Let's just, we should have prefaced this before the list. Like, we're not, none of us are basketball writers. I think we all know NBA. Dakota, you seem to really love and know the NBA, but these are our personal preferences and what we value. We all value different things, right?
Yeah.
And I value a guy that plays 22 years and that has the best career of all time. You value guys that play 14 years. That's what you like.
We're a couple of fat guys that bright and early in the morning talking about dudes that could actually play sports. So this is great. Welcome to America, beautiful place. And all these guys are great. So
damn straight.
But the hick from French Lick, Larry Legend, having him outside of the top 10, I just find it tough. 13 years, 24 points, 10 rebounds, another double-double guy, played on the wing, could shoot it from anywhere in anybody's face at any time. 3-point competition, won it 3 times in a row. Flat out came out and said, I'm not even taking the warm-ups off. I'm just going to give it to you guys. Loved that mentality. Give that mentality to LeBron, and I mean, it's not even close in who the best player is. But that's okay. I'm not going to do that to LeBron and say that. Bitches using that as like
you've done enough. You've done enough to LeBron.
I'm just going to use that as like a thing to because I don't want to beat the guy down mentally and things like that. But Larry, awesome. 3 MVPs in a row, 84, 85, 86. That stretch is incredible. Won 3 titles in an era where the Showtime Lakers also won 5 titles. The Pistons also won 2 titles. I mean, what a time for the NBA.
Hey,
Ray, where do you have Larry at?
Oh, I got Larry at 6.
Ooh, very high.
Again.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, again, I did not watch
power.
Well, thank you for just getting ahead of the real reason. But, in reality, again, I told you guys, and I'm going to say it again, I was never able to watch the guy. Saw his highlights, saw his games, but never watched it in person and or played against him. So I listened to people who did. And every player I've ever watched an interview talking about Larry Bird, they just like especially younger black players, and I'm trying to be racist here, but just saying younger black players who laugh at Larry Bird. The old heads just like what the fuck did you just say? Do you even know what the fuck you're talking about here? And then they go on as like how amazing Larry Bird was. And then more importantly, from what my research has told me, he's one of, if not the greatest trash talker of all time. And being a white dude in that era, I mean, the era was still, not predominantly white, but it was probably a half and half, more leaning more towards African-American at that point. But nonetheless, like when listening to players who played during Larry Bird's prime and the shit that he would say to them, my God. But again, it makes sense. He was a white dude who was dominant and turning into a more black prominent sport. Like he had to, basically just be a hard-nosed motherfucker, and that's what he was. And also, because here's the thing, I was just watching, I think it was Joe Dumars talking in an interview, like I don't know how long ago it was, but he was older, he was probably within the last 5 years, and he was saying that Larry would say, "Oh, all right, listen up, motherfucker. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna cross you over. I'm gonna spin around. I'm gonna hit it right there, right in your fucking face, no rim." And that's exactly what you do. Like, he was MJ before MJ, and I can guarantee you, I bet MJ got a decent amount of his killer instinct playing against Larry in his early days.
Yeah, they were tight, bro. They were tight back when he was coaching the Pacers. I have a great Larry Bird story for you guys. I was watching, not even for this list, but I was watching some Wilt Chamberlain shit on YouTube. That's why I have him so high, because I hadn't seen a lot of Wilt film. And I thought the same thing that everyone else thought, right? Oh, Wilt Chamberlain was just playing against a bunch of small bums, and he was just so much bigger and stronger. Wilt Chamberlain was a fucking trash star. We're gonna get to Wilt Chamberlain later.
That
I was
is
watching
true,
his appearance on Conan. No, well, it was, but it wasn't. So I was watching an appearance on the late night show with this is obviously Wilt was like
Johnny Carson,
in his 50s. No, it was recent. It was like Conan, so it was like early Conan, like 96.
Okay.
And so maybe he was in his 60s.
Sure.
And he was telling a story about Larry Bird. He was like, yeah, so I was listening, this back in the day where like games were on the radio that wasn't as accessible on TV. He was like, I was listening to one of the, March Madness games or some shit with Indiana. It was Indiana State, right?
Correct.
And he's like, I keep on hearing this Larry Bird name. He's like, Larry Bird does this, steal, block, rebound, hits a three. He's like, I can't wait to see this brother. And then he finds out Larry Bird's white. And he's like, blew his mind, because obviously, you know how Wilt is. And it's just like, you don't expect a white guy to be this good. And like, now we're a little more numb to the white thing, because it's generally European players, and the European players are the best in the world. But that stretch before the European invasion, white guys were not good. They were Craig Elo. They were, John Stockton. Not saying John Stockton's bad, but they weren't the best players. Jerry West was an outlier. They were an outlier, right? Like,
Larry Bird had a black swag to him, which is what the black players, I think, really respected him for. Is he just was like, no bullshit. Like, I'm not going to say, he probably did use the N-word, I'm sure, plenty of times, because that was just back in the day. But in general, I mean, again, how disrespectful is it to tell a guy, I'm about to do these moves, fucking stop me, and he does it, and you can't stop him? Especially when he's white and you're black back in those days. Like,
also, Wilt not very smart, because Larry Bird is the whitest name that's ever been named.
That's what I was thinking when you were telling that story.
Bird
that's exactly what I was
from
thinking.
Indiana State.
It's really funny you
French,
said
like,
that.
what the fuck? I'm saying, Wilt, again, love him. Great stick man, fucked a million chicks. Great basketball player. Not exactly a very smart individual.
But that is, honestly, Rob, that's so funny you said that, because as you were saying that, that's exactly what I thought to myself. He's like, the brother. I'm like, you thought Larry Bird at Indiana State was a brother? Like, I don't know.
And
I know, go ahead, Dakota.
I was going to say, Rob, I know you don't agree with this because you mentioned it earlier, but if Larry played in today's era, he might be the best player of all time.
Fact.
Maybe there's some Jokic vibes there. He could do a Jokic. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, he's going to sit on the 3-point line. He's going to eat. He's going to eat people. Yeah.
And he free throw line a million times.
Yeah.
37% from three, though. He would have been better if he worked on it.
Bam just shot 40.
Right. Remember, his rookie year is when they brought the 3-pointer to the NBA.
Yeah.
He wasn't shooting threes in seventh grade like these kids are today.
And again, Dakota,
very slow foot speed.
Dakota, Rob used who did you? What percentage did you? Oh, him and LeBron have the same percentage of threes. You said completely different.
No, he's 2% higher. LeBron's 35. He's 37.
But still, again, if Larry Bird played from 03 to well, even let's say he retired in 2020 or 2020, like he would still, his 3-point percentage would be, I would have to say, probably 10% more in this current age of basketball.
Yeah, I think he'd have been at 45%.
Jay with a great comment here. He also said, I think Isaiah deserves to be top 25. Man, he was on such a good team. I like him, but not quite top 25. We all agree. Obviously, none of us on anywhere.
He's top 50, no doubt. And I would probably put him higher than 50, like in the 40s, probably.
I said I was thinking about swapping him with Dwayne Wade after I submitted the list this morning when I was looking. So I probably have him 26, 27, somewhere in there. He's hated
Jay, this is a good comment.
But
NBA was at all-time low until Bird and Magic came in. Also, their national championship game with Michigan State and Indiana State was also like the start of it, and like the draft, right? They went 1 and 2, I believe, and they came in and resurrected the NBA, just like Jordan resurrected the NBA. I know you guys are gonna laugh at me. LeBron kind of saved the NBA too. 2003, that was a rough time. Kobe was fading a little bit. That was, you guys.
Carmelo and D-Wade didn't do anything to help the NBA. Is what you're saying? It's just all LeBron.
Carmelo, don't mention Carmelo. Jesus. Gross.
Okay, are you kidding me? Carmelo, I loved Carmelo growing up. I fucking loved watching him. I wanted to watch him play. I was in middle school when he got drafted. Don't fucking say, ooh, like I understand.
Don't mention Carmelo in the same sentence as LeBron.
Bullshit,
clown.
Helping. Yeah, in Denver and New York, he was a superstar.
He did a lot of winning. I
don't care about that. Hey, you don't care about winning either. 4 and 6, my friend.
4 championships.
6 and 0.
All right, we got to move on. I don't care. I'm going to skip Bill Russell because I have him at 8. You guys have him higher. We'll talk about him later. I have Kobe at 7. You have Tim Duncan at 7. Kobe is probably very low compared to your lists. Where do you guys have Kobe? 2 for you, Dakota. I know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Don't let your age kind of bleed through there, guys.
I'm older than you.
Mean
Rob,
like my age of watching greatness over a fucking.
How old are you, Dakota? How old are you, by the way?
40.
What's your age? How old are you?
Okay, so he's
I'm
great.
38. Ray's 25.
Great balls to you.
Yeah. But no, Kobe was our player. Kobe was our player because we were younger when he came in, right? Jordan was. I remember obviously Jordan, but we didn't see 85 Jordan. We didn't see 86 Jordan.
Listen, I'm a Reggie Miller fan. He is the only NBA player to ever fight Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. I didn't like either of those guys.
Lose the both.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and he didn't win that.
He did. Hey. I'm just letting you know that's my favorite player. I rank him.
Where's he on your list if he's so good?
I'm picturing the Robin Ventura Nolan. I'm picturing the Robin Ventura Nolan Ryan fight when Nolan Ryan just pounded Robin Ventura's face in.
I was more thinking Pedro Martinez versus Don Zimmer when he fucking rolled his fat ass up the fucking.
Me having Kobe at 7 is insane to you guys. I'm guessing it's blasphemy.
It depends how you look at the league. You obviously look at it a little bit differently than I do. We talked about this last night a little bit in the Discord chat we were having, and I said we're going to have a lot of takes where we have to agree to disagree, and that's just the way it is. We look at things a little bit differently.
Yeah, I like Kobe. I think LeBron's a better teammate than Kobe. Now Kobe's the guy you want to go to war with. I'll give you that. And no one liked him in the league, but he had respect of people. But he had that MJ killer gene, but he just wasn't MJ. He had 3 championships because of Kobe. And you know what? Pau Gasol, all-time player, could have almost made top 25, honestly. But Pau Gasol was amazing. Andrew Bynum had a hell of a 2-year run. He had the Twin Towers there. He also had Phil Jackson. So yeah, I know those are 2 of Kobe's championships. Those are his 2. And then I give him a Scottie Pippen. He gets a Scottie Pippen for the Shaq championships. Honestly, at least the first 2. Scottie Pippen level involvements on those. So he only has 5. LeBron might catch him this year. And Kobe is very clutch. He's one of the best scorers of all time. I'll give you that. But and probably a better defender than LeBron, I would say, because he was more engaged. Like LeBron had that 8-9 year window where he was elite defender. Then he kind of got lazy. Kobe never got lazy on defense. But rebounding and passing, dude, selfish, bad shots. Didn't make the right basketball play very often. Phil Jackson's called him out on this many times. So again, 7 is very, very high. It's very high for Kobe Bryant. I love Kobe Bryant. Super sad that he passed away. Big fan of Kobe Bryant. I'm going to have it 7 just because of the Shaq factor. I think it's the Shaq factor for me. And I respect Pau Gasol.
Yeah.
And Smush Parker.
Yeah. I'll touch on Kobe when we get up to 2.
All right. We both have Magic at 6. And Ray, where do you have Magic?
I have him at 5.
All right. We all love Magic, and I had Magic higher than Bird.
I probably could switch him, but
I think he changed the game, man. I think that the Showtime Lakers, the flair, and also it's the defense. That's the difference. I know Larry was a great rebounder. Magic was an elite 6'9", fucking crazy long freak of an athlete. and it's the facilitating, it's the defense, and he was the engine of those teams. And like that was the original LeBron, right? Was Magic Johnson. So I love Magic Johnson. Shortened career, but his career wasn't shortened. I mean, the guy got HIV. I mean, where Larry couldn't, his body couldn't with the back injuries. Like Magic was kind of being a little decrepit. He was losing a step, but he would have played 3 or 4 more years at pretty high levels. So I don't want to ding him on the shorter career like I do for Larry. I was gonna say though, like because it was HIV.
With the Dream Team, those guys didn't say like he like was down with his athleticism. You know what I mean? Like,
no, he was fat when he came back, though, for sure.
But I'm saying the Dream Team,
Magic, bro. He put on that AIDS weight. You ever heard of the AIDS weight? It's like the freshman 15.
Not too sure. Have you had AIDS to know what you're talking about?
No, it's HIV. But what do you got to go to?
Magic's impact is great. Magic was fantastic. This is what I'm going to say. None of Larry's teammates are in your top 25. Clearly, we all have the guy who Magic won all of his titles with ahead of Magic. And so you're talking about 2 top 6 players winning 5 titles together, winning, I want to say 7 MVPs between the 2 of them together. I mean, hey, the guy was great. I think he gets inflated a little bit for that, and then we want to try to like make an argument for the LeBron and then ding MJ for playing with Pippen. Like, come on. That's why I can't handle those arguments. But Magic was fantastic.
Again, I have MJ at 1. I'm not dinging him.
No.
For playing with Scotty. I haven't won.
But Rob, your argument for LeBron is flawed because of this exact argument.
So
my thing is that I'll just give you the stat right now. Jordan in the finals played against one specific player that averaged over 25 points that season. That was Charles Barkley. LeBron's list, I know the NBA changed a little bit. LeBron's list is like 15 names, bro, including multiple seasons with 2 guys on the same team. I'm saying that the quality LeBron faced.
So you're saying the amount of Hall of Famers that MJ beat is 1? Is that what I just heard?
No, I said for that specific season. And the Spurs and the Golden State are 2 of the best teams ever assembled. Do you guys agree with that?
Correct. Yes.
Those teams. Mm-hmm. So his 4 and 6. I know you could say weak East. He got those finals. The fact that he lost 6, he should not have lost 6. He happened to go against 2 of the top 5 ever teams assembled. And the Kevin Durant teams, that was insane.
Him losing to Dirk is a fucking joke, my friend.
Okay. Dwayne Wade also lost.
Oh, and then also, like Dakota
said,
that. 1 shot from fucking Lucky Ray Bob Allen. That's 2 who are, yeah, I'm just saying, man.
Losing, though, to those teams, to the Spurs teams, Kawhi Leonard, Manu, Tony Parker, Tim Duncan, 4 Hall of Famers. Those guys are all going to be in the Hall of Fame if they're not already.
Kawhi was not the Kawhi he became. He was a role player. Played really well, though, in that series. Tony Parker, Manu are products of Tim Duncan, are products of the system. Put those guys in other systems, put those dudes on the Wizards, they might win 6 games.
Facts.
Those guys are way overrated.
Dude, no, Manu's good. Tony was good. They were good. They weren't great. They were good. Very good.
Right.
All-stars.
But they're in the Hall of Fame.
No, but
they're going to be. I'm saying.
They would not be all-stars on a random team.
They have to become all-stars when they're playing with generational talent and guys who are taking the load for them. They're cool. You're going to have all-stars there. Right. I mean, it's going to happen. It's the same thing with the Bulls. You're going to have all-stars when you're playing with MJ. You're going to have other guys that look phenomenal. So that's why we got to
finish off this 10 through 6. Sorry, we still have 1 through 5 to get through. We're already at 2:15. And we could go on all night with this shit. We might do a part 2 here. So we all love Magic, and I know it kind of stinks because he's playing with Kareem, but I think it was also, what he did in college, just the impact he had in the game. And like, I'm not going to punish the guy for a short career because the HIV, it wasn't a back injury, right? It was, again, he could have worn a condom. That would have been nice. But like, what NBA player wears condoms? They don't do that shit. Who the fuck wears condoms anyway? Nobody. There you go. So I rest my case. That's my case. Just don't wear condoms. Maybe that's the message, all you kids out there. Let's get to number 5. I have Wilt. You have Oscar Robertson, which I don't know. I have a hard time even understanding what that was. And Wilt, I know what that was. I don't know what fucking Oscar was. Give me your Oscar take. Do you even have Oscar on your list, Ray? Before we get to Dakota.
Yeah, I got him 12, and I got Magic at 5.
Okay, we're all aligned on Magic. So give me your Oscar thing, Dakota.
I'm going to talk about Wilt because we haven't yet, because I had him at 9. And the reason why I had him at 9 is the same reason that I had LeBron at 11. He just didn't win when it came to the finals. But the compilation of what he did was incredible. I mean, the nicknames, Wilt the Stilt, the Big Dipper, Dippy, Dip, the Load, Big Musty.
Those were all sex names. Those were all sex names, by the way.
The record book, Hook and Ladder, Wilty, Whip, Whipper. They called him Norm. I mean, Uncle Wilty, Goliath, and then the Stuffer. What an epic nickname.
The Stuffer. That is the ultimate name because he blocks shots and he fucked bitches. What a fucking name.
Can I give you my Wilt stat real quick before I get to the rest of yours? That I told, this is the greatest stat I ever heard in my life. This is why I put Wilt this high. Besides watching the film, and the fact that he was so fast for his size and very skilled. 5 assists for his career is unreal. They didn't track blocks. Blocks were not tracked until his last season. His last season, where he averaged 13 points a game, where he was pretty much washed. Only played 14. He had 5.4 blocks in that season when he was washed. I imagine Wilt Chamberlain averaged 7 or 8 blocks a game for his career. If we had that stat, I'm telling you, like that is like we're all touting Wemby for 3.5 blocks and Dikembe for his like some years of 4. This dude averaged 7 or 8 blocks. It might be higher. What do you guys think? I mean, like he was washed in that last year and he still had 5.4. Just wrap your head around that. The minutes were lower. He couldn't jump anymore. Prime Wilt.
Yeah, the 100-point game.
He probably had 15 blocks.
How many blocks did he have in that 100-point game? Let's be real. He probably had 20.
I read that stat and it just blew my mind. It's like something they weren't even tracking. And 5.4 is something we've never heard of when he was done. He was done. Right. So I know a lot of people think Bill Russell's better, but
real quick again though, I mean, okay, so Bill Russell is an easy comp because that's right. But he did play against. Now, when we talked about earlier with Wilt being big, black, and scary compared to smaller white dudes, that does go along the big way for me, at least when he averages, when you're 7 foot and the average dude is 6'3" and the biggest guy next to you is 6'8", 6'9", yeah, you're going to average 8 to 10 blocks pretty fucking easily, but doesn't take away if he were to play right now in his prime, he would be fucking elite.
Good comment from McCall. Howard, Nash, Kobe were favorites to win the ship in 2013 over LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. Voting poll done by ESPN in 2013. If Howard and Kobe got along, who knows what happens there? And then we have Trone, who is just – I just want to say this, and I just think we should all get along more. Again, nothing against you, Trone. And I think we're all guilty of this. I know you guys are pigeonholing me as an MJ hater, even though I have him as one. Is like, just because you like MJ, for instance, if someone likes MJ, doesn't mean LeBron's shit. Just because someone likes MJ doesn't mean or the other way around doesn't mean the other guy's shit. And Trone says Michael Jordan could only get to the final 6 times. You guys ass kicked the other 9 years. That is correct. By the bad boy Pistons, by the Celtics. That is fact.
Dakota.
But like they're the best 2 players of all time. I know Dakota's list is weird. I'm sorry, Dakota. They're clearly the best 2 players of all time. If you want to add Kobe in there, it doesn't have to be so absolute, right? This isn't the Sith. It's not so absolute. They're both amazing. There would be no LeBron without Jordan. That's just the bottom line.
All I'm saying is, Rob, is that I am convinced that this is your burner account that you're just on your phone.
I'm true. Yeah, I'm true.
I
have Jordan at 1, man. I'm just a realist.
But Rob,
and there's flaws in the guy's resume.
No. But Rob, you were 100% correct. Honestly, I'm a firm 1,000,000% believer in this. If you did not watch Michael Jordan, which anybody who's younger than me did not watch him, they do not think he's better than LeBron. That is an age thing. I promise you, majority of arguments, people that are my age and older will say MJ, and I'm 35, so we'll just say 30 years and younger will say LeBron, and they will not think anything different just because they didn't watch. They were talking about this on the Sports Talk radio the other day. When you're talking about old players and players we didn't watch, you don't think as much about them, even though the numbers and we know their accolades show it. You didn't see it. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, Joe Montana. We know he's a top 5 quarterback, maybe top 3 quarterback of all time. I didn't watch him play. I'm just saying. I'm just saying people will say that. But again, that's Rob. Admittedly, that's older people who watched him play. I didn't watch him play. I know he has the Super Bowls to back it up. So that does go a long way to a point. But you know what I'm getting at is that in general, when you see it with your own eyes, like we didn't watch Jack Nicklaus play golf. Okay. We know he's the greatest golfer of all time, behind just Tiger, but we watched Tiger play. It was in the time. That's all I'm just getting at. Is like, no matter what, any sport, whatever, if you saw the athlete with your own eyes, you will back that player up more than you didn't. And I guess, right, I'm not saying for you two, more or less, as people who are a little bit younger than us, never watched Michael, they're all going to say LeBron because they saw LeBron, and LeBron did take over the NBA for a very long time. So I'm just saying that's more or less what I'm getting at. That's like their MJ.
If you think that Joe Montana was not good, you have homework to do.
I didn't say he wasn't good.
When
I said top 5, top 3, he went.
Number 2 is Trone Force. I love you, man. Love that you're in the chat. Love, join us, get in the Discord. Let's chat it up. Let's talk about it. But this comment here, who's averaging 30 points for their career in an era where they don't play defense today? Who's doing that? I'm not.
You could just say who's doing that now, and not many guys.
That's what I mean. Am I missing that?
No one is. Yeah, no.
I don't see any of them.
Trode, I love you. This is insane. This is the thing I'm talking about. The hate's gone too. This is too much. Like,
yeah, okay.
No Prime one's having never watched MJ.
Only argument, honestly, and I'm a LeBron guy. The only argument I'm willing to give you, if you're an anti-Jordan guy, if you put Jordan at 2 and you put LeBron at 1, just because the longevity, that's the only argument I'm willing to entertain. If you even at Kobe, I'm sorry, bro. Kobe is Kobe because of Jordan. He was a worse version of Jordan, and he had Shaq. So
he mimicked him. Yeah, 100%.
It's crazy. All right, before we get to our list, by the way, thank you for the plug, Dakota. If you guys want to, I want to show you Helen Hunt real quick because we got to show Helen. This is the gross Helen.
Hey, Rob.
Hi, Helen.
Is our favorite movie Twister? Oh, yeah.
Twister. As Dakota mentioned, he is a professional fanatic, hence why he's on the show. We appreciate him coming on. Appreciate his support. A lot of fanatics in there. Get in the group, get in the community, join the Discord, join the Patreon, and we have these conversations in the Discord all the time. Just wait till football season. And besides just supporting me, which is a big perk, you get a lot of good stuff. Access to Discord, the community fantasy leagues, guest appearance on the show, right there with Dakota, free merchandise giveaways. Dakota's showing his hat right there. Boom, he got a hat. Also, access to my betting plays, gentlemen, which are just what do the kids call it? Fucking fire. Want to win some goddamn money? The Michael Jordan of gambling here. And Dakota's been in for what, a couple months now? And give him a spiel. It's worth it, right? Also, you're like donating to a small business, essentially, like a mom and pop store, opposed to these other fucking assholes that don't even do anything for you or don't know shit.
Fancy counselor shout out.
Yeah, Rob's around. Rob reaches out. Rob's talking. He's chatting. He's bringing people on. He's on the shows. He's jumping in. I mean, it's March and he's done 20 shows. I mean, it's fun, man. Here we are talking basketball. They're talking movies, this, that, the other. Just keeping the community going and joining things and having a good time. So jump on in, chat with us, say crazy stuff. Ray likes to, so join him.
Hey, plus when you
and we're gonna win money.
You can you slide in any of our DMs. There's like
any of our DMs, man.
We're up to 60 plus people.
Yeah.
And by the way, everybody, we have like probably, I don't know, 10 to 15 different threads of like all different things. Especially if you're really into fantasy football, which I'm assuming why you're watching us, you can, any questions that you're asking us here, you can have direct answers on the Discord. Put your whole, because Rob will say, we can't answer, who should I start? You can't post pictures and have us answer question to question. It's hard. We can do that all day on the Discord, no matter what. Free agents, waiver wires, trades.
I got nothing going on, so I'm just here to serve you. I'm a bitch. Also, we won a lot of money last year. We're going to win even more money this year, guys, with fantasy. And then the gambling is just straight out there concrete. Like fantasy, everyone can say they had good takes. Like we actually do have good takes. Won money last year. Every year I win money. The co-host, Big Ray, Storey, Nick O, the Chaz, Tom TD hopping in. Hastings will be back. Like it's not just my opinion, guys. That's the way I like it. I have mine. You have yours. We can have ours as a community, and we can all fucking make money. Let's get to our top 5 here, guys. And we were talking about Wilt and my 5.4 blocks a game is last year, which is insane.
Yeah.
Oscar Robertson, we want to hear your Oscar take, Dakota, because we haven't heard you talk about Oscar and why you have him so goddamn high.
Well, I have a list of Wilt stuff. I know this is running long, but for people who don't know about Wilt, let me just run some things by it. 72 NBA records, several regular season records in scoring, rebounding, durability. Rob already mentioned no blocks counted. Only player to score 100 right down the road from me in Hershey, PA. That building still stands. If you go to Hershey Park, you can go right over and check it out. Once gathered 55 rebounds in a game, never fouled out in a game in his entire career. Only player to average 30 points, 20 rebounds per game. He did that 7 times for a season. 30 and 20 for a season, did it 7 times. Once averaged 50 a game in a season, averaged 48 minutes per game in a season. For those of you that don't know this, NBA games are 48 minutes. One of 2 guys to win a Rookie of the Year and an MVP in the same season. 30 points, 22 rebounds, 4 MVPs. Dude was incredible. In a movie, I believe he was Murdoch, yeah?
Yes, sir.
So
what's crazier, 55 rebounds in a game or 100 points in a game? I think 55 rebounds is crazier. I really do.
Yeah.
That's because a rebound is essentially a point, a basket's 2. So like 55 is 55 separate rebounds.
Right. Yeah.
How the fuck, man?
Well, here's the thing. I'm with you, Rob, because especially again, talking about what you originally talked about, not to take anything away from Wilton and his talent, but when he was playing again, the average guy was not as big as him. He was 7 foot. He was the only 7-footer. So I'm just saying, it would basically like putting your arms straight up and just like grabbing the ball. So whatever team he played that particular game for 55 rebounds was probably one of the smallest teams in the league, where he just bullied the shit out all of them. Compared to when you're 100 points, same difference, where you're probably still going against a small team, but it's 2. So that means you had 50 made shots with no 3-point line back then, compared to 55 rebounds would have been 120 rebounds, or 110. So
let's give him some credit for pounding 10,000 women too. I think that's probably pretty factual. He did the math. It was 1.2. Oh, that was probably around 50. Every known one, but he did the math. He said it was 1.2 chicks per day since he was 16. Which makes a lot of sense. And up until he was like 55, it's actually not that. When you break it down like that, it's not that unrealistic, bro. He was in different towns. He was having threesomes like morning, night, noon. It was easy. It was easy.
Rob, pull up Dakota's last or GT's last.
If Big Ray does that hands up thing again, I'm finishing.
Nice.
I'll do it again.
All right, so give me your Oscar Robertson thing.
Okay.
So we didn't talk about Oscar Robertson.
Big O, I'm big on the Big O. Jerry West calls him the greatest player of that era, better than him. This is a guy who, again, impact for me, is a guy who is from Indiana. If anyone knows anything about Indiana back in the 50s, racial tension, guy was not treated well at all. Even Wilt talked about a lot of that stuff, getting cheap shotted in the NBA. Wilt retired at one point early in the NBA career, thought he was going to be done dealing with stuff like that as well. 14 years, 27 points for him, 7 rebounds, 9 assists, averaged the triple-double for the season, first guy to do it, assist leader, 9 times first all-team, getting late. 9-time all NBA first team, Rookie of the Year, 12-time All-Star, 3-time All-Star MVP, 1-time champ when he got traded over to Milwaukee, won that with Kareem, and then he was too old the second time they went there in 74, and they lost in 7 games, and then Kareem ran to the Lakers. MVP in 64. Another piece about the Big O and why I'm putting him up here, he challenged the free agency back when nobody else would. He put an antitrust up against the NBA, pushing for players to get free agency and not have to play where they were born. Big ups to the Big O. again, if you haven't watched him play or learned anything about him, do a little bit of watching on YouTube. Lots of good stuff about the Big O.
You know, the only thing is, I'm with Rob, man. Like, as much as I am anti-LeBron, clearly, I have him 3. Spoiler, but dude, I mean, 11-5. Like, I don't know. I just logically, I would just split it because I would switch it. I mean, because man, I mean, I respect the shit out of Oscar Robertson, man. Like I said, I think I had him. Yeah, I had him 12. I had
him 15.
Yeah, I mean, I have a little more respect than 15, but like nonetheless, it's just one of those things. I mean, 12 to 15 is not that much of a difference, but compared to you, especially 5. But I don't know, man. I'm just struggling to think to myself that like I don't know. Again, this is where my argument of LeBron versus MJ, who watched him, who didn't, of course, never watched Oscar Robertson. I mean, I watched his highlights and stuff, but just to be able to actually understand like how good, and I'm sure for where he was in that time frame, because that back in those days, man, if you were if you're an athlete and you were smart, you were super elite, aka Oscar Robinson. You know what I mean? Like, my point is like his ball IQ. I'm just not exactly sure how high his IQ was, just because I didn't watch him day in and day out like I did a lot of these other players growing up, and now that's the only reason I wouldn't have him as high as 5. Not to say if I knew at every minute or close to every minute he ever played to watch him fully, I can maybe have a more understanding. That's the only reason I admittedly like I just won't have him as high. But again, I'm sorry. I'm with Rob.
Mine's an era thing. Mine's an era thing. It's just like there's a couple of guys I punished because of the era. There's a couple of guys I didn't, and he happened to be one of the guys because the winning wasn't there. And I feel like this is Russell Westbrook 2.0, or this is Russell Westbrook 1.0, and Russell Westbrook was the 2.0.
Now, Russell Westbrook was guaranteed way more selfish than he was ever as a player.
Okay. Russell Westbrook has some pretty badass numbers, though, brother.
Yeah. As a selfish asshole who stole fucking rebounds continuously, like to get his triple doubles. Yeah. He would have been a double-double guy.
Averaging 7 rebounds a game for a 6'3" guy is a lot, too.
Did you watch him play? He stole rebounds purposely, man. Like, many times.
Okay, so you're going to discredit all the rebounding Russell Westbrook ever did in his NBA career?
I watched him quite a bit, and he would purposely take rebounds from people taller who were standing right there and just big man them.
Because he was aggressive. Because he was fucking aggressive, man.
He was an asshole. That's why he didn't win shit. Okay?
So Oscar was changing the game. He was the first guy to start doing the things he was doing offensively. Nobody was playing like that. He brought it all while having to stay at local colleges on the road because, you know, segregation wouldn't allow him into hotels, wouldn't allow him into restaurants with his teammates. He also, and I lost that thought, but that point, 1970, averaged the triple-double for the season. Wasn't done again until 50 years later when they stopped playing defense in the NBA. It's now been done twice in the era where they don't play defense. The impact's there for me. I get why you guys are down on him. It's fair.
No,
we're still high. We're still high on him.
Yeah,
It's not as high as you.
When I saw LeBron play, I saw it. Especially the athleticism. He was probably 2 to 3 inches taller than Oscar Robinson, and definitely more athletic.
What was Big O? 6'5"?
6'3", I think.
6'5".
Was he 6'5"? Okay. Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, number 4. I have Shaq. You have Bill Russell. I had Bill Russell a little lower than this, and you had Shaq quite a bit lower than this. Ray, where did you have Shaq? You had Shaq at 3?
No, I had Kareem at 3. Okay. Shaq I had at 7.
What about Bill Russell?
Bill Russell 10.
Okay, so what is your love for Bill Russell, and is it fair to have him ahead of your Wilt? Like, because you have him ahead of Wilt. I have them both similar, but I know the winning. It's the winning, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And the rebound.
Yeah, I'm not gonna dock LeBron and then bump Wilt and dock Bill, right? So Bill's at 4. He was a winner. He was a player-coach winner. Pretty much all he did was win. He played with a lot of great players for sure, and was coached up and learned from Red Auerbach. But, you know, dude played defense, probably some of the best ever. in the league, in the history of the league. His jersey is retired league wide, number 6. Nobody wears it. 5 MVPs, 11 championships, including 8 in a row. I got to put him up there, top 4. They called him Russ. They called him Whiskers. They called him Willie. He understood how to play and defend Wilt. So I got him up at 4.
He won 11 titles, man. I guess that, I'm not going to like Robert Ory also won a lot of titles. It's a joke. It's still a joke, but you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not all about the titles. I want multiple. He definitely did. And the Spurs teams.
The only thing I have an issue with, Rob, like you said, it's just hard to compare generations, especially Bill Russell was the very, very early NBA. How many teams were playing during then? 12, 10, 16? I don't even like it was half the league. You had half of the fucking talent going against you. And especially in a day when Bill Russell was playing, again, predominantly white league. Kick the shit out of most dudes. Like, I'm not taking anything against him.
As Dakota the historian, thanks for sharing some knowledge. Dakota, you really are a fucking historian. You know your fucking shit. And the only thing is, it's funny, is that you come here with literally the best knowledge, the best insight. Obviously, you know fucking ball, clearly. You know more ball than I do. Unfortunately, you have LeBron at 11, but I think you've, as silly and stupid as that pick was, everything else you said has been so smart that it's kind of made that acceptable. And maybe I'm going to move LeBron down.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm not
1C, baby. 1C.
Yeah, 1C. Now he's 1C.
Yeah, who's 1B then,
for real,
bitch?
For real.
Oh, Kobe.
Shout out GT for the support. We love GT around here.
GT.
You very accurate words, because the motherfucker is a historian. He's going deep in this, as much as I was kind of, not yelling at you, being like, dude, you keep your emotions out of it. Obviously, you have a lot of emotion, a lot of passion for this. So I would never dock somebody for caring and having some other things in play for these rankings, right? It's not just stats for you, which I appreciate.
And that's where I'm with him. That's where me and him are more on the same page than you. You are just using stats and wins.
Right. We know, Ray. We know you're going to always be on the side of emotion. It has to be there. It's going to be there. You're just emotional.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong, Walter. You're just an asshole.
Okay, then.
You just take it easy, man.
That's your answer for everything, dude. And let me point out something. Pacifism is not, look at our current situation with that camel fucker in Iraq. Pacifism is not something to hide behind.
Just take it easy, man.
I'm perfectly calm, dude.
Yeah, waving the fucking gun around?
Calmer than you are.
So, Dakota, I'm pretty sure it's clear who's the dude and who's fucking John Goodman. Rob's John Goodman. I'm the dude. So.
Oh, yeah. You're the dude. Jesus.
I'm the one waving my gun around like a psycho?
Yeah. If you had a gun, you'd be waving around. Dakota just got booted or something. So we're going to continue this list. He'll probably be back on. He can join with the same email link.
He had the link.
We're going to keep on going here. So, yeah, Bill Russell, the winning is undeniable. We're not going to deny that or take anything away from Bill Russell. Let's go to 3, though,
because you two have Kareem. I got LeBron.
Where do you have Kareem at? 4?
Yeah, 4. Yep.
Okay, so Kareem is just the winner and the ultimate winner. He has the stats. He has longevity. He kind of has that, all things considered kind of situation.
He was the longevity before longevity
Kareem
was a thing, for sure. Like, he was the original.
He is.
I am the longevity. You know what I mean? Like, he, especially with Kareem, man, it's so interesting because he went through so many different transformations of the NBA in his career. Didn't he not retire in the late 80s, early 90s? It was late 80s, right? Like,
he played 21 years, and he had that epic all-time UCLA run, which it's funny. I ding some of these guys for playing in college. In his case, I don't. It helped extend his career because 30 college games is not 80 NBA games. But the fact
30? That's all they played back then? They still do,
play now, yeah.
Yeah,
30. But I'm saying he won. He was undefeated, right? I think he was undefeated.
Yeah. With John
in college,
or
he won every title. So
I don't know if he was undefeated, but they won every title. Yes.
But playing with Matt, the reason I'm not having him at 2 or 1 is he got to play with Magic and win those titles,
And
right? He got
Pat
to play with
Riley.
all-time players. Yeah, so it's and the center. The thing is, I have centers pretty high, but I don't think a center could ever be number one because a center is a dependent position, right? Like you can't you're not bringing the ball up. You know what I'm saying? You need a point guard. You need a point forward. You need someone facilitating.
What if
That's
Jokic
why the
wins
wings.
What if Jokic wins 2 more championships before the end of his career? Could you put him top 5 easily?
Oh yeah, because Jokic is different because he's not a typical big man. You know what I mean?
But
he's not a big man like
he's
these
a
guys
center.
are.
I know, I understand your argument. I'm just saying because he is a center, so I'm using that towards your argument because I'm with you. He ain't Shaq. That's why I said as much as I love Shaq, and admittedly, he would be my starting center in my top 5. No doubt. Like my starting center, my all-time top 5, if I have one, Shaq's my guy. But when you fucking hack him, he's missing 50% of the time. If not more.
Yeah, Will struggled too on the free throw line, but not
I'm saying
as much.
Jokic doesn't.
So
Jokic doesn't.
Jokic isn't a center
80,
though. Like,
90%.
Jokic doesn't really command. He gets good rebounds, but all right, let's move on to number 2. I have LeBron. He has Kobe. You have Kobe. So you have LeBron at 3,
LeBron at 3.
Correct, Ray?
Yep. And
okay,
the only reason
have you back, Dakota? Are you back? You hear us?
Dakota,
you want to give us you want to give us a little you want to give us a Kareem little rundown that we all
Can you
have
hear me?
3.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, your screen's gone.
He's struggling.
Damn it.
Yeah, he's struggling. Either way, we'll just go on to our 2 until he comes back. So
real quick, the reason I have LeBron 3 and Kobe 2 is because I think the greatest basketball player of all time is MJ. Closest player to ever emulate MJ is Kobe. LeBron, again, I don't need to say it more. I've said many reasons to why I don't think he's the top, even 1B. There's just many different things of him losing the finals, him being a bitch, this and that, and just being in the long run, just not doing as much for the game as he should have. But that's besides the point. I still think he's 3rd best overall. I've never he took what Magic could do to a next level. Is what I'll leave it at that is. If that makes sense for you, Rob.
You know about Kobe?
No, man.
Am I back?
I was talking, no, you're good. We can see you now. No, I was talking about I had LeBron at 3. I'm saying the reason I had LeBron at 3 compared to Kobe, I said that the reason I said Kobe is 2 is because he was the closest thing I ever seen to MJ. MJ's the greatest player I ever saw. And the only reason I had LeBron at 3 was because of the things I said. Obviously, the things I've been saying this whole time, but more importantly, also because he took what Magic did, Rob, and took it to the next stratosphere. That's what I was just saying. Why I thought LeBron and think LeBron is a top 3 player of all time, because he took what Magic did. Because Magic was the first guy who was a point guard and could guard a center. Nobody did that before him. LeBron did the same shit.
And he did. He actually played center his rookie year in the NBA Finals. So that's something the only other player in the world that could do that was LeBron. That's again one of the reasons I love LeBron, and that's why I have Magic very high too, because versatility, basketball IQ, and people are calling Dakota a historian of the game. Like LeBron's a historian of the game, and he got to watch one of the advantages he had. He got to watch all these greats, and Kobe got to watch Jordan. LeBron got to watch Kobe and Jordan, and like they all took this. They all took these pieces of these other players. That's why now you got a guy like Wemby, who is 7'3", and he is taking stuff from shooting guards. He's taking shit from Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? Like
this is where you're wrong.
That's why the NBA is in a good spot.
LeBron didn't take shit from the history, because if he did, he would be a man. But this is what happens to him.
Right. It's a great point.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Are you Dakota? All right, come on, back me up here, Rob. Rob, fuck off. I'm sorry, but this is serious here.
The smartest basketball player that's ever played.
Care.
Whatever, dude.
I know you said Ray yelling. I'm less intelligent. I don't care. I'm a retard to say this. I don't give a shit. The guy is a fucking pussy. Okay, he got carried off for cramps. MJ.
Paul Pierce got wheelchaired out, motherfucker.
MJ was drunk as hell and hungover and played a goddamn flu game. All right.
Calling LeBron a pussy is just a bold statement, bro. Like a pussy.
Yes,
dude. No,
Rob. Okay,
no,
you know what? I will put. I don't even know how to put compilations together. I will happily put a big 10-minute compilation of every time that he barely hits the floor. It literally happened this week. He hit his elbow on the floor, and the whole game had to stop because he's like, Well, there's no elbow contusion. There's no fucking injury.
All right.
He stopped the whole game because it's LeBron. Look at me. Sorry for me. I'm with Dakota. He's all about him.
All I'm saying is Dakota would not have. That's the most shallow analysis I've ever heard in my life. LeBron's a pussy. Like,
I just gave you as a why. You don't want to accept that. That's your problem, not me.
I guess. No, the league is pussy. It's not just
How
him.
many times have you seen him take a hard screen? Not like fucking. You want to know what a hard screen is? Paul Gasol in the fucking Olympics and Kobe.
I brought a little bottle of spermicidal lube, too.
And one little bottle of spermicidal lube?
Yeah, one little bottle of spermicidal lube.
Evan, that's psycho shit, man.
It's not.
It's like Charles Manson shit. What do you think Becca's gonna be psyched that you brought a bottle of lube? Oh, Evan, thank you for bringing that lube for my pussy. I never would have been able to handle your fucking 4-inch dick inside my pussy without that gigantic bottle of lube.
All right. Well, we're off LeBron. Let's just stop with LeBron. We've had enough conversation about LeBron. We have to move it along.
Yeah.
I want Dakota to take on Kareem. We both had him at 3. I think Ray had him at 4. So we're all really high on Kareem.
Yeah. Sorry.
He has everything. The scoring, the fucking championships, you name it.
Yeah. Sorry. The dude clip kicked me out for a while. I'm not sure what happened there, but we're back.
It's such a good clip.
Yeah. So Lou Alcindor, aka Kareem, 20 years, 24.6 points, 11 rebounds. Dude still averaged over 10 into his 40s. Played 3 years in college. Sat as a freshman. Fun fact: they didn't let you play as a freshman back in the NCAA back in his day. 6 MVPs, 6 championships. 19 All-Star games, defensive guy, scoring champion, rebound leader, blocks 4 times. I have Kareem at 3 because for me, Kareem played with Magic, right? So he won 5 titles with Magic, and for me, supporting cast, I'm not going to knock them in terms of they shouldn't have played together. It is what it is. But they did play together. So probably hurts Kareem for me a little bit and putting him down at 3.
I'm sorry to cut you. When did Kareem play in college?
He was in college in the 60s.
So was that prior to Glory Road, the movie? I mean, it was. I'm just trying to think, like, did those guys maybe pave the way for him to, like, I mean, clearly no matter what, if he played in the 60s, being a black fucking 7-foot tall dude, he went through some horrible racist times, like pretty much consistently, I'm sure. So because I mean, of course it's a Disney movie.
He fucking changed his name too. I mean,
yeah.
It's Muhammad Ali, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he wasn't always known as the best teammate though, as well. Kind of liked to be alone and was really focused on doing things off the court, which is why he wanted out of Milwaukee. He wanted a bigger market. He really wanted to go to the Sixers, but that didn't happen.
That sounds like Shaq.
No, this sounds like LeBron. So, I want to get out of Cleveland, aka Cleveland is Milwaukee.
So
yeah, I'd want to get out of Cleveland too. The place sucks dick.
But he went to 2 finals in Milwaukee. He won a final in Milwaukee. And he won 3 MVP awards in Milwaukee. So wasn't too bad of a time for him.
Yeah, Rob, don't worry. To quote Joakim Noah, who the fuck has ever said they want to go vacation in Cleveland?
Nobody. That place is dumb. Cincinnati's pretty nice. All right, let's get to Kobe. We talked about Kobe a little bit. Dakota, give me your Kobe at 2. Ray also has Kobe at 2, and you guys want to go fucking suck off Kobe. Rest in peace, by the way.
So the Black Mamba, 5-time champion, 06 to 11. It was Kobe's league. Kobe was doing things with teams that, again, if we want to talk about this guy didn't play with good players and this and that, acting like Pau Gasol is a top 50 player is crazy to me. Hall of Famer Pau Gasol. He's serviceable. Again, when you play with greats, you're going to get accolades. It happens. You're going to score points because that guy's going to take attention and somebody else is going to have to do something. Otherwise, your team's not going to win. A la Butler with the Heat, he kept getting them there, but they weren't going to win because he was the only thing they had.
To compare Kobe to Butler is fucking crazy, my friend. Now the mentality is there.
Pau Gasol. He was comparing Pau Gasol to.
Well, either way,
I'm just saying.
Pau Gasol was a way better talent. LeBron, I'm saying Butler had the Kobe MJ mentality.
Yeah, I don't know if Gasol was a better talent, but anyways, neither of those guys.
Pau Gasol was kind of a unicorn, bro. He was 7'1", really nice floor spacer, and actually really
was
good
amazing.
Post, man. Come on,
but wasn't his brother a better talent? No,
I would take Pau Gasol.
He had a better peak
every day.
Marc Gasol had a better peak. He was out of shape and super fat. I'm going to ask you this real quick because I had this argument with my buddy Godarzi, who's a big NBA head. I actually wish I would have had him on the show as well, but I haven't talked to him because he's a little Salsa, and you can tell him I said that, Ray. I'm on the camp that Pau Gasol had a better career than Ben Wallace. He thinks Ben Wallace is better than Pau Gasol.
Yeah, I think Ben Wallace is better as well.
Oh,
Ben Wallace only had a 6 year stretch though.
Yeah, and
literally it was 6 years.
So did Pau Gasol.
No, Pau Gasol
was better on the
years,
Bulls
bro.
than fucking Ben Wallace on the fucking Pistons.
But Pau Gasol never led anybody anywhere. Pau Gasol had 5 years with Kobe.
Who the fuck did Ben Wallace lead anywhere? It was 6 to 7 points average, my friend.
Well, Ben Wallace was the staple and the centerpiece of that defense.
Hey! Don't you contradict yourself. When we brought up that team earlier, it was a defensive team, not just him. Okay, well, you were just sort of saying that he was the anchor. It was a full team. There wasn't just one anchor.
He was the centerpiece to that defense.
He was. Pau Gasol played 18 seasons. For his career, 17 points, 9.2 rebounds, 3.2 assists, which is good for a big man. And that's with all that longevity, by the way. And the stretch he had, here's his Lakers numbers. I just want to read you his Lakers numbers here. Every year was about 19 points and 11 rebounds with 3.5 assists and 1.5 blocks. His career shooting percentage is 51%. Serviceable. I'm just Ben Wallace averaged 6 points a game for his career. I'm just throwing that out there. I know it's not about scoring. I'm the defensive guy here, but fuck.
Gasol was Pippen Jr. I mean,
So
Pippen's better than Gasol.
Our argument and not helping you.
Well, yeah, of course.
Pippen's better.
But Pau Gasol. I mean, Ben Wallace's best 4 years are better than Pau Gasol's best 4 years. But that's all Ben Wallace had. When he came to the Bulls, he was a nothing.
Right.
Ray
and
combed his pants when he came here. I was so
Ben
happy
Wallace Pau Gasol has no peak to him, in my opinion.
Yes, he does. The Lakers. What are you talking about?
He was a second piece that took off.
Ben Wallace, 5.7 points, 9.6 rebounds.
Right.
Played 16 years.
Right, but it was the defense. He was a centerpiece there. All I'm saying is I was never a Gasol fan. Never big on him. Never liked him. You're telling me his peak was averaging 19 points in a league in an era that didn't play any defense.
With Pete Kobe that led the team. That's a stat line.
Right, where Kobe had to score 80 points because these guys were clowns. Right. The point.
See, Ben Wallace averaged 9.7.
I am the middle guy between both of you two because you're all about championships, numbers. Dakota, you're all about being the number one guy and not being a bitch. Well, there is a middle ground where I'm at, and I'm going to tell you right now, fucking Kobe ain't win those championships without Pau Gasol, okay? Pau Gasol.
Sure.
Dude, I mean, did you watch those games?
Yes, you have to have more than one player to win.
Pau Gasol was a precursor to the current big man right now, okay? He was decades ahead of his time.
Wilt Chamberlain proved you have to have more than one player on your team to win a championship.
Well,
LeBron proved you to have 4.
Dirk and D-Wade to say otherwise.
Just kidding. I was in joke. All right. So Kobe,
2 out of 100, Dakota. 2 out of 100.
Right, finish us off with Kobe. Yes. We don't have to talk much about MJ. We all know he's the GOAT. So
I'm putting Kobe number 2 because Kobe's mentality, what Kobe brought to the game. People are still wearing Kobe jerseys to this day, going to Laker games. People people are still wearing Kobe shoes. People love Kobe, and it has nothing to do with him passing. A little bit of it does, but the thing about Kobe for me is Kobe was never the most talented guy. Kobe was never the biggest, never the fastest, never had a vertical that was really that great in the NBA. And Kobe just put in the work and the effort and the mentality. And those, to me, the pieces that make great basketball players. And with that effort, I think his 06 to 11 run puts him up at number 2 for me.
Hey, Rob, real quick, if that mentality was with your boy LeBron would be the best.
Oh, he's number 1 of all time. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know.
Well, it's just sad that he's a pussy. And
one last thing though about Kobe.
Those things.
It's nice though. I know, like Kobe, you mentioned all the things about the Lakers, Lakers jerseys, the Kobe jerseys. And it's the loyalty is there for sure.
China,
come on, he's a Laker.
China
He's the number
Kobe.
1 Laker of all time.
China
but it's
Kobe.
very nice when you get drafted by the Lakers, and if he had gotten drafted by the 76ers, we'd probably be having a different. He actually was drafted by the 76ers, but if he stayed with the 76ers, it'd be a different story.
Loyalty.
He was drafted by the Hornets.
Oh, Thank Hornets! You. I thought it was the 76ers.
And traded for Vlade Divac. So,
okay. But I'm saying LeBron got drafted by Cleveland. It's different. He gave Cleveland everything he could, and he came back there. So,
bottom line, LeBron.
If LeBron was drafted by the Lakers, he might have stayed the whole time.
He's not. He is a bullet for hire. I have no interest in a bullet for hire to make me think that he's the greatest basketball player of all time. Okay.
Well, we've had this conversation too much. Well, I don't have his. I have my 1B. He's my 1B.
It's 1:30. I'll go to 5 o'clock bullshitting with you on this. Okay?
Well, I can't go to 5 o'clock. He's at 1B. So we all have Jordan at number 1. I have Jordan at 1A. I have LeBron at 1B. You guys all have firmly Jordan number 1. We don't really have to talk about Jordan. It's been said. It's all been said about Jordan.
Real
give
quick,
me one. Give me one.
6-0.
Yeah.
Well, LeBron's 4-6. So there's that.
Give me one thing about Jordan you want to talk about, 1 minute each about Jordan, something that stands out or something that that maybe isn't as well known. Something about Jordan. Ray, you start. 6-0. True.
No, everybody knows that. No, I mean, honestly, I think what we talked about earlier that I think really one of the most unknown things about him is his gambling thing with his dad. I mean, again, I have no concrete evidence for that, but my logic thinks to myself that that's a fucking thing. And that's that. All his accolades speak for himself. I don't need to fucking talk about that. Dude, here's the best thing about MJ. If anybody who's younger and never really watched Michael Jordan, here's the best part of Michael Jordan. Everybody who gets the NBA in any professional sport, they're the best of the best. So they think highly of themselves, as they should. Well, when you're going against the GOAT of goats, and you sit there and talk shit to the man, Michael Jordan would make up information in his fucking brain. Literally, it's a known thing. Michael would make up things that people would say about him to zone in, hone in on them, and kill them on the basketball court. And that was one of the greatest things. And here's the funniest thing. LeBron, you know what, Rob? Here's literally, this is the last thing I'll say since we're at the end of this. I have never once, I admit this, not one person who's ever played against LeBron James who has had any story about how much of an amazingly aggressive killer that they don't ever want to be on the court with. Not one. You want to know how many I have had with Michael Jordan? Endless. They're endless. Okay? That is, my friend, that is the main argument, okay? You have a pussy little bitch who does this. Oh, my elbow. Ugh. And then you have Michael Jordan, who has the Jordan rules, who literally got beat the fuck up on the court and didn't say a goddamn thing.
Two things. Jordan was notoriously a bitch to the referees, which he was a whiny bitch to referees, whatever. Fact. But I just thought of a funny thing
about Jordan, my friend.
About Jordan being a killer, and like if he was hired to be like an assassin, LeBron, he would just pass it off to somebody else. He wouldn't kill the person. He just, not only because he's a great guy, but he'd just be like, Danielle Marshall, you're killing this guy. I'm not sniping this guy. It's a funny joke. Who's fucking hilarious.
West. Who's the guy who's homeless now? That was his teammate.
Delonte West. Yes, he's homeless. He fucked his mother. Delonte West fucked LeBron's mother.
I'm saying him. There you go. He'll be the one.
All right, Dakota, give me a minute on Jordan to end this thing off.
Hey, I want top 5 positions for each of you guys, starting lineup all time after this.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do that. Let's do that in Discord. Let's do that in the Discord for everyone to do. How about that?
Okay.
Everyone can do that.
I want to hear two around live, but yeah, that's fair.
Michael, only guy to average over 30 points a game for his career. Really, the thing about Michael is the Bulls were absolute garbage when he got there. Absolute garbage after he left. They're still garbage. And if you guys can't tell, Ray is a Chicagoan through and through. That love, you can feel it, the passion. I love it. I hated Jordan. Loved Reggie Miller, but 91, 92, 93 is the greatest 3-year run ever assembled by a basketball player. What Jordan did, all defensive team, MVPs, championships, never got to a game 7. Yeah, enough said.
Except for your Pacers got him to a game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals. No one remembers that.
I was talking in the championship. Sorry, I remember.
One little anti Jordan thing no one talks about though. Do you remember? Hey, do you guys remember when he broke his foot and they still made the playoffs? He played like 6 games.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that it happened. So wasn't that bad of a team. Fact. Maybe it was 16 games. It was a very low amount.
Hey, when you have Jerry Krause, the all-time.
I just wanted to kind of poop in your stockings a little bit there.
Well, they did have
no poop in your stockings. I'll poop in yours though.
They did have Artis Gilmore on that team, I believe, and Artis Gilmore is the 100th best player in the history of the NBA. So,
and well, hey, real quick, Rob,
right below Pau Gasol,
Dakota.
Right below Pau Gasol.
There was one thing that I forgot to tell you when you were shitting on Scotty. Scotty had MVP votes that year that MJ was not there. You know that, right?
He did, yeah. I think he finished
I'm saying you were
third.
talking mad shit that he didn't do anything without him. How do you get MVP votes when you don't do anything?
I mean, if you're a top 25 player and there's nobody else in your way, why are you finishing third?
Nobody else in your way. You had your Reggie Miller and boys. What are you talking about?
Reggie Miller, come on.
Because Scotty had a lot of LeBron in him, and he wasn't going to put up those gaudy numbers. He wasn't going to shoot 29 times a game.
No, Scotty was going to shoot. Scotty wasn't that guy, guys. It's all right. He just wasn't.
All right.
Hey, here's the best thing. Hey, Rob, the best thing is that you and I both know that by a mile, and Dakota, take that word, by a mile, Scotty over Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
Reggie is a top 50 player,
but
I put him top.
I'm going to end
top
with this.
40, maybe 40.
Can I end with this? I know Dakota's not going to agree with this or have an answer for me, but what would it take, Ray? And now because LeBron's still playing, right? He is still playing. I know he has Luka on his team, but we all agree Luka's a great scorer. But he's in shape this year, but not an all-around player. I know he's the best player on this team. Like he's better than LeBron is. I hope he's better than LeBron is at this stage of his career.
Right.
What would it take for LeBron to be number 1? Would it be if he ties him at 6 and plays for 3 more years and continues this like still averaging 23, 6, and 6, which is elite at this age, and also just elite in general? If he ties him at 6 and plays till he's 47, 40, could you consider LeBron number 1 if he ties him?
I will say yes.
I know it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
Dakota?
What you just said, yes, but it's just, again, logically thinking, it's not going to happen. But
Dakota, if this happens,
yes,
I would need to see LeBron be the best player in the decade of the 2020s for him to go number 1.
He's done that. I mean, all right.
No, but
he's
Dakota,
done that. I'm saying if he wins 2 more shifts,
if he averaged over 20 in the finals and he won 2
this
more.
age,
6 and 6 is not great.
That would mean 12 finals appearances, the numbers, the longevity,
like 8 to 10. Like that's. I
gotta give him some credit.
Agree with Rob. If they ever,
what are you number 5 for you? Then maybe number 5.
You're asking me to take him from 11 to 1, right? So we have to remember that. So
well, no, because the 11's not real. He's not 11 in your list. You're just being a little ironical. Your whole list was legit. That was the only time you were ironic.
Rob is being very emotional right now. And I love it.
Well, because 11's insane. Come on, bro. You're better than that, Dakota. You're better.
Justified it.
Hey, he did.
I
can't put.
Ted Bundy justified. Hey, Ted Bundy justified murdering people, dude.
I can't.
That doesn't mean it's right to murder people.
I can't put Curry any higher than 10, and Curry has to be ahead of LeBron.
All right, we're gonna end on that. We'll chat in the Discord. We'll have more chats about this.
Dakota,
pretty great show. I love this reminded me of. You know, have you guys seen Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? How like one guy's sober and the other guy's like, and they're taking care of each other. In this case, because we have 3, it was like 2 against 1, but it kind of rotated. Ray was kind of like the man on the swivel, and like Ray would yell at me, and then Ray yell at you, and you know what? It's good. It's good spirited debate.
Hey, I told you. That's what I said. I was in the middle because like you two, because I think both the same ways you guys did, but it just differentiated to each player, and I loved it. Honestly, this is perfect because again, I'm with Dakota on Rob. Admittedly, as you know, I'm with him more on it than not. But on your end, I still like you put up, both of you guys put up great arguments, and you guys know more NBA than I do, and I love it. It's fucking great.
Yeah, it was good, and that's why I love this community. Dakota, you're the fucking shit. Glad to have you aboard, my man. Happy to finally have you on the show, and hopefully this isn't the last time I see you on the show. You know football as well, right? I mean, obviously you're on the show, but NBA is your forte, or do you know as much football as you know about the NBA? Because you know a lot about the NBA.
Football for sure is my number one. Follow that the most for sure.
Are you gonna take my fucking job, bro?
No, just your money. But no, I really appreciate you guys having me on. Hopefully this was for the chat as well and all the viewers. But Ray, Rob, dude, it was awesome. Thanks so much.
Yeah, dude. Love you, brother. It was awesome to have you on, man. Like I said, this is a great fucking. I mean, hopefully it's not too late for you, Dakota. Me and Rob doing 3 hours is a pretty normal thing.
It's
the 5-hour show,
2:38 here, so 2:38.
What time did we finish that 5-hour show? That was like 4.
Yeah, 4 something.
Hours?
Yeah, that was late.
Well, hey, Dakota, you come on for some football shit. You've earned your stripes here. Very handsome man. Very well spoken individual.
Great beard.
And
they can't see
great beard too. Ray doesn't have Ray had pubes on his face. We are planning on having we're planning on having later in the year when draft season really ramps up. I'm gonna do something crazy like 12 or 14 hours straight with a bunch of different people on. I'm gonna be on the whole fucking time. You know, my psycho ass. Maybe 24 hours. We want to really get crazy. So yeah, we'll figure out something, man. And break some records, and also I just get hammered as fuck on the stream and pass out, and then you guys talk for like 3 hours over me, something like that.
Cool.
So wait, have you both seen Top Gun Maverick?
Sounds good.
No, I don't watch new movies.
So okay, Dakota, when Coyote passes out from the G-force, and then Tom Cruise has to go after him to like beep, that literally what he's talking about will be us 3 on. Rob will just like pass out at some point, and I'll just be sitting here as we're talking, just like calling his phone. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. All right,
boys. Ray, special thanks to Dakota. Great episode.
Dakota, thank you, man.
We'll talk to y'all soon. Love your life. Stay positive. Respect each other. Out of here.
You just seem like a good dude. I thought I'd see if you wanted to grab a beer, that's all. I'm glad you called. We get home safe, Pistol.
You got it, Jobin.
I'm sorry, what? Nothing. Oh, what'd you say?
I don't know. You nicknamed me Pistol, and I just called you Jobin. It means nothing. I'm drunk. I'm gonna call a cab.
All right, man. You have my number, yeah?
I got you stored in my iPhone.
All right. If you need me, call, okay?